And we are live yet again. Gurkhirat's already been seated, and India are going about defending their target of 349. I saw some numbers just after what India conjured up. 349 was their lowest score actually in the last four ODIs batting first. They managed to muster 349 today, 373 against Sri Lanka. Then they did 380 something, and then 409 against Bangladesh. Is this the modus operandi being spelled out by Rohit Sharma and team?
See, I think there's always a lot of talk about how India probably are a little outdated with their batting,
Exactly,
limited
yeah.
overs. But what people don't realize is that the pedigree of ODI batters, especially that India have, you will not find better ODI batters, especially who bat well in the top three or top four, as many as what India have, especially when it comes to accelerating once getting set.
Correct.
Like today, Gill was 22 of 35.
Yeah,
He reached his 186 balls,
yeah,
which basically means in the next 51 balls he scored 78 runs,
which is ridiculous.
which is again roughly batting at a strike rate of 150.
Yeah,
And after getting his 186 balls, he reached his 200, I think, in 146 balls.
145 balls, yeah.
145 or 146. That's another 100 runs in 60 balls, which
Yeah,
is
so
again
if you look at his innings breakdown, the way he's gone
Yeah.
about it is quite ridiculous.
which
right?
which again which is again batting at a run rate of 10 runs per over.
True.
So
Oh, the
sometimes-
flamingo shot from Conway, and you get four here.
sometimes I think what people like I said in the beginning, that sometimes people confuse, or there's a little bit of T20 hangover in ODIs where people think that you need to start as quickly as possible, while not realizing that 300 balls is enough
Yeah,
to sort of put on a
a good
good
score.
score. Because see, you can start quickly, but if you get all out and still also reach 340, it doesn't really serve the purpose.
Yeah.
So India sometimes might not start as quickly as, say, what an England would do, probably. But I think the kind of batters that India have, like when it comes to acceleration once getting set, I think
Very
that
second to none.
that is second to none. You saw that with Kohli as well in the
Yeah.
last ODI.
And is that like how they're also going to approach it heading into that World Cup, Anirudh, for the fact that they're going to be conservative to a large extent and then play catch-up cricket from 35 to 50 overs?
But I think it's significantly changed in the last
Four ODIs?
not just four ODIs, but I know India have not played a lot of ODIs since the pandemic since post-pandemic, even pre-pandemic for matter.
Correct.
And one more thing is that whenever they have played, they've rarely played their full strength side.
Exactly.
But we've seen when Kishan has opened or Gill has opened, and even Rohit. I think I said in the last Watchalong as well. Rohit's template has almost changed in ODI cricket, where his first 20 ball strike rate is nearly 110 or something in the
Yeah.
last 10 or 11 ODIs.
Yeah.
During his peak, it was around 70, 75.
So you can see the
Yeah. So
dramatic
I don't know if
numbers.
it's, like I said, I don't know if it's a conscious change or it's just a byproduct of Rohit merely not playing enough ODIs in the last 3 years for that matters, and then he's just trying to still adjust to the tempo of ODIs after playing
In
T20s
2020,
alone.
India only played 6 ODIs.
Yeah.
3 against Australia at home and then 3 away. And in 2021,
They played a 3-match series against New Zealand as well in 2020. The one they lost 3-0.
Oh, the
Yeah,
start of the
correct.
year.
Yes.
Start
but
of the year.
but again, that was with a second string side basically.
Yeah.
Mayank and Shaw opened.
Mayank and Shaw were
Gill
opening.
3. It was
No, but like Rohit
three-
and Kohli together have played how many ODIs since the 2019 World Cup? It'll be
must
like
be in single digits easily.
single digits.
Surely.
No, might be
Or
around
maybe 12 or
10 to
13.
15.
Yeah,
10 to
max.
15. So in 2021, India played 3-match ODI series against England at home. Then there was again the second wave and the break.
Yeah,
And then India played 3 ODIs in Sri Lanka,
yeah.
where again you didn't really have the first choice side, because the first choice side was playing the Test series in England.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So India really didn't play a lot of ODIs in 2021 or 2020 either. In 2022, now they've started to play ODIs.
So 2022, we only saw the England series where Kohli and Rohit played, right? And Dhawan and stuff.
No, Kohli and Rohit also.
2022.
Kohli, Rohit, and
they
Dhawan
got-
also played the West Indies ODI series at home,
At
Yeah,
home,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
where
Okay.
Kohli, which was the first series ODI series in a long time where Kohli didn't get a 50.
Yeah, yeah.
Bilateral
And
series.
that's
Yeah.
with West Indies, against
He
West
got-
Indies at home.
Twice he was assisted by Alzheimer's also.
Yeah.
But one of the things that will be interesting to see is, of course, these are all kind of really flat wicket so far. What
To a
we've
meaningless
got.
series.
Not just meaningless series, but again, India are not being tested enough. Again, this is a very. I mean, this is not even second choice New Zealand bowling attack.
Exactly.
It's like apart from Santner, like none of these
And
bowlers
Loki
would. Even Loki is debatable. I think it's like touch and go. I don't think Loki
Yeah,
is a
maybe.
sure shot starter. Adam Milne is
Where's
fit,
Matt Henry?
yeah. If Matt Henry is fit, if Adam Milne is fit,
But
Loki in ODIs
Oh,
is
Matt Henry
Adam
washed.
Mill being fit in
Yeah,
fit
it's
is a huge question.
it's like
mark.
Bumrah only,
the-
right?
Sure. Dhanavan, good to hear
Share.
from you. After Kohli's 166, people started saying it's a dumb to drop him from T20 internationals, and now after Gill's 200, us saying things similar. I don't think either is justified. Need to realize both are different sports.
Yeah, just keep the formats
Oh, what a shot that is.
separated, because even if that was the case, then Rasi Vanudiusan would be the best T20 batter in the
Yeah.
world.
Yeah.
If being
Going
successful
by
in
that,
ODIs
100%.
or even
means that
or even
Or
Sheho.
Nishanka. Or
Sheho.
Nishanka.
yeah, I mean Nissanka doesn't have a great ODI record.
Or Imam.
Imam, yeah, but Imam even in
The
ODIs
Nepo
is like
child.
he has his 80 odd, 85 odd strike rate kind of a template.
So what I was saying was that before today I don't think today's pitch was necessarily a very flat.
Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't. That's
They had to
why.
adjust. in
That's
this,
why
you know.
it's like
That's a
Gill's
ball. That's an
Gill's double hundred is so
absolute beauty.
impressive, because like we were joking off air,
Yeah.
Kohli made it look like a minefield. Ishan Kishan made it look like a green top, and then Rohit was playing how Rohit has been playing ODIs for the last couple of years, where he's just treating it like
Was
I
Rohit
hit to
just
third,
sucked
I get
into
to
that
30
shot,
and-
or was it a poor shot? Was it a slow?
yeah,
ball?
I mean, he just.
might have been a slower
Played it
slower
touch
delivery,
earlier, I guess.
but
But I mean I'll still kind of stick to that statement where it feels like Rohit has struggled to find the right tempo at which he should operate in ODIs in recent times.
Oh, 100%.
It's like he's either going too fast or he's just not sure what to do. His innings construction is he's
Do you think-
thinking he has to reset it again.
do you think it's got to do with pressures of captaincy and the recent results?
Oh,
And maybe the
Maybe.
thing that's been enforced, I don't know, suddenly that India are playing 19th century cricket, 20th century cricket.
Yeah, that's
Like they have
that's
to-
what I'm saying. I don't think it is
Yeah.
that appropriate in ODIs because
It's not needed, right? Yeah, we saw it even in that England series in 2021, just during the second wave, where Rohit and Dhawan were still taking their time to get started,
Yeah.
and India still posted 330 or 40 or whatever.
Yeah.
And England
yeah,
did not chase it down like twice.
that's what
You
I'm
know?
saying. That's what I'm saying. I don't think any team has the kind of batters that India have who can accelerate as well as Indian batters can.
Yeah.
Maybe you'll have England who can start off really quickly, but it's you have to sustain the innings over a period of 50 overs and not just 20 overs.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a reason why Jason. While
It is like, if you look at England's template, it's more like one opener will get 101 of 80 or 70, and then Root will kind of go at an 88, 89 strike rate for 50, 60 runs, and then everyone else will try to chip in with like 30 or whatever, and then Butler will finish off things.
and I think on difficult batting wickets, India's batting might just do better than England's batting.
Hopefully, so that's what I was saying. But it didn't happen in the South Africa ODS. I don't know. Maybe India's confidence was absolutely shot, and it's hard to read into whatever they did in that series. But it was still, a very.
So they didn't have
Poor.
Hardik to begin with.
I didn't have Hardik. Yeah,
They didn't have
but
Hardik
the
to
top
begin
order
with in
kind
that
of
series.
failed.
And then
Who was opening with Dhawan? It was
Dhawan and Rahul were opening.
Rahul was
because-
opening. Yeah,
because they
yeah,
wanted to fit in both Pant and Shreyas.
Yeah.
Because if
That's right,
if Rahul was batting at 5,
Yeah.
then they would have had to drop one of Shreyas or Hardik.
Yeah.
One of Shreyas or Pant.
But the biggest advantage India have at their disposal is that the World Cup is being played in India. So, you won't really expect the pitches to do a lot. There won't be, at least India's biggest weakness, I still think, in ODI, in white ball cricket is bounce. Still India's kind of biggest weakness. That's why they kind of.
But that
struggle
won't,
in South
that
Africa
won't
as well.
affect them in the World Cup.
Yeah,
right?
it won't affect them in the
I
World
think
Cup.
India's
that's
I think India's
Spin.
biggest I think India's biggest weakness in ODI cricket is absolute rules.
Oh yeah,
Because-
100%.
Because what happens, I think what happens on absolute rules
The
is
bowling gets belted.
bowling gets belted. You have someone like Shardul who becomes very, very easy to hit.
Yeah.
Your
Even
spinners,
Shami for that matter, right?
Shami for that matter, your spinners don't get purchased. And
Yeah.
then when I think it becomes an aggressive batting contest,
Yeah.
then I feel sometimes that India are not able to switch their gears as quickly as what you might want them to.
Yeah.
Because if you have wickets like the one that you saw today in Hyderabad,
Yeah.
I think 9 times out of 10 it would be very difficult to beat India because just because of the pedigree of the batting that they have. I just want to mention
that's
one
true.
stat which we were discussing off air. I think there have been 9 double hundreds in men's ODIs, if I'm not wrong, or maybe 10. And this is only the second occasion where when a double hundred was scored, no one else scored a 50. The
Yeah.
other was
Yeah.
when Martin Guptill scored that 237 in that 2015 World
Yeah.
Cup.
Yeah.
Now that tells you a lot about the quality of the innings of Gill
Yeah.
today.
So one more thing to keep an eye on is how New Zealand fare in this particular innings. Obviously they are fielding a very weekend bowling attack in this match, but their batting, barring Williamson, is still full
It's
strength.
too top.
So will you take effect? How will the bowlers?
So I was just
Because
thinking,
from what we've seen so far, it doesn't look like there is a lot on offer for the seamers. New Zealand have been
True.
batting pretty much without breaking a sweat.
but generally 350, would you rather chase it if you're an Indian side or would you defend it if you're an Indian side?
You
This
would
Indian
defend,
side.
obviously, against any team in the world would defend 350 on 10 out of 10 occasions, because chasing 350 is it's been achieved like what 1%, less than 1% in ODI history.
In ODI history, but there was
Yeah.
this reign that India was just dominant, right? Chasing 350 so far.
I mean, that was still not 350. I mean, there's a
Oh,
difference between
300.
325 and 350. I still think there's a big difference.
No,
Those
While
are-
chasing
that
325
happened
and
only
350.
once in the 2013 series where India chased 350 twice.
We've
Yeah.
never done that again.
But I'm saying this because the 20 this things. I mean, even that match where Latham scored 100 a couple of months ago, they were chasing over 300, right? If I'm not wrong.
Correct.
And in the 2020 series pandemic, just before the pandemic, New Zealand chased down 347 with 6 wickets in hand. That was in New Zealand, obviously, and Ross Taylor was there, Williamson was there.
Yep.
But flat conditions, and we'll have to see if
And
because it
New Zealand
felt,
grounds
right?
are also small.
and
This is not a small.
that's true, but it did feel like in this match also, it did feel like it kind of got better to bat as the innings progressed. There was a lot of ball that was stopping and sticking
So
in the
do you
first
think
10
that'll
15
help
overs.
New Zealand chase?
I think it might. I
If,
don't
if the
think
dew
it
comes
will.
in, then it might change. But if there is no dew, then I think it's
Because like
it's going
you
to be
saw
difficult.
how Shipley was, and even Ferguson for that matter, was getting a lot of balls, like just take off like this in the
True.
first 10
Finn Allen's got 4
10
here.
15 balls,
Correct.
or even first 30 40 balls, but we're not seeing anything like that so far from India with the new ball.
Oh, 100%.
I don't think India have the bowlers as well
But-
to extract that extra
You need
bounce.
a-
Maybe if Imran was playing,
I don't know
Guys,
how
choose one.
tall.
Choose one.
I would Gills 200 any day. Like,
Yeah.
Not even a contest.
I just said that it's only the second double hundred instance where no one else scored a 50. So that
Yeah.
tells you about the pitch conditions, about how difficult the batting was. Let's not forget that India at one point of time could have collapsed.
Yeah,
Especially when
Surya got out.
Surya
Yeah.
got out. So from there on to and at that point of time, Gill didn't score 100.
Yeah.
So
Both of those double hundreds also came against creatures, right? Snakes and
Tigers
kiwis.
and Kiwis.
I was gonna say snakes because Bangladesh.
Oh, that's
well
well
left.
left, huh?
Normally don't see Finn Allen leave deliveries. But tell me something, guys. How do you think New Zealand will approach this? Will it be like for India, where they were kind of going at a decent pace, they were always around 6.5 and over? Or do
Yeah.
you think?
New Zealand have this kind of template where they,
I remember the
they
template with Taylor and Williamson, and it was like holding the innings together.
It's pretty much that, except now Finn Allen is kind of playing the Guptill role right now.
That is true.
I think New Zealand's ODI template is kind of Joe Root's template in Test cricket, like where you blink and they are like suddenly scoring at 6-7 runs and
Right.
over, and without
And they always
realizing.
seem a busy side. Oh, that's
Yeah.
I think New Zealand would probably like to get to 200 by the end of 30th over.
yeah.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
probably get to 260, 270.
So who do they have? They have Daryl Mitchell, Glenn Phillips as well.
They have Tom Latham, who's probably the key wicket in the middle or the number 5.
Yeah.
They have Henry Nichols as well.
And
Do they
Because
bat deep?
it's-
Oh yeah, Bracewell's there.
Graceful is also there.
Bracewell and Santner both are there.
Santner is
Ramesh
there.
Juneja, good to see you. Maybe a new face to the CDC Watchalong, but nonetheless, subscribe if you haven't already. It's 2023 World Cup, guys. Going to be the last one both for Rohit and Virat. irrespective
feel
of the
so,
outcome.
Yes, I feel so.
That should be the case. I mean, I don't see a point of both of them playing the 2024 World
I think it'll be
Cup.
their last World Cup because they're going to win it. But like he said, irrespective of the outcome,
I think
don't know.
the World Cup might be the last, but one of them might play the 2025 Champions Trophy. Like,
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
Kohli looks more likely.
So if
I
Rohit,
wouldn't-
it
if
never
Rohit
happened.
wins the ODI World Cup, so that means he would have actually had all, as a player, he would have won the Champions Trophy, the T20 World Cup, the ODI World Cup, IPLs, pretty much everything.
Yeah.
Asia Cup. Kohli wouldn't have had the
No,
T20
not
World
the
Cup.
T20. Oh, Rohit won it 2007.
Yeah,
right?
Rohit won in 2007. Oh, ball. You know, sometimes I think Shami is this bowler who's induced the most false shots across formats in history.
Uh,
You know, it's
you-
ridiculous that how many
to
times
some
that he
extent,
flirts.
it is luck, and
Yeah.
to some extent, it is the lens. It was.
Bad luck also.
It's
it-
bad
no,
luck
it-
also.
It takes me back to to Ishan Sharma from the 2014 to 2017 period,
Yeah,
where he actually used to bowl well in Test matches but not get the edges.
yeah.
And when he spent time with Jason Gillespie and started bowling a little bit fuller, then he
Correct.
started to get those edges and wickets. So
And what is it with
You know-
Shami though?
I think
Right.
it's both. Sometimes I think he's shorter. Like on this pitch, I think he can bowl
Slightly
probably a little fuller. And
Maybe he's holding back because Finn Allen is a monster. As Earth is
this
best
will be
says.
if New Zealand do end up getting off to a good start, as in let's say 100 in 15 overs with for
Oh.
loss of 0 or 1 wickets, it will be the test India need, because let's be honest, they were badly tested against Sri Lanka,
Yeah.
and their bowling, it's still like we don't know if it's just
True.
deceiving us. So it will be a good test for Kuldeep, and it will be a good test
Kuldeep,
for Washington.
Sundar, Shardul.
Hardik,
Washington,
I think
Hardik-
Hardik's going to bowl at some point in time now.
Washington
In the next 4-5
actually
overs.
has good bowling numbers in ODIs.
ODIs, yeah.
But do
That's
you
right.
see him in terms of being that defensive spinner? Like, say, if New
He's
Zealand get off the 100
more
or 50?
aggressive than
He's-
Akshar and Jadeja.
he's
I would say.
100%.
Yeah,
His numbers have been actually better than Kuldeep as well. If you look at their
No, but I'm saying, can he do a holding role in case New Zealand get off to a flyer and then
he
100
can,
no loss?
but in ODIs he's been more of an
That's,
aggressive option.
yeah.
He has an average of 24.3.
So maybe I
No,
strike
should
rate of
role
30.
reversal.
I think wasn't that same match where Latham was the one who took Sundar apart, right? That or was it Williamson?
No, Latham itself.
I don't think Sundar got took a part in that game.
As in,
Didn't he
briefly.
He bowled 10 overs for 42,
Oh, okay.
and he actually
Then
bowled quite
which
well.
match
Briefly
am
then.
I thinking of? I'm
No, I know
No,
what you're
are
hinting
you
upon.
talking of that game in Wankhede?
not sure, but it feels like Sundar got attacked in one of the matches.
The last
Or
series.
I-
Oh,
Oh,
no,
last
was it a
series.
T20 again?
Yeah, this last series that we played them in New Zealand.
Maybe it was a T20 when
There
Phillips-
was this one
Yeah.
T20 where
It was a final
Williamson,
ODI Eden
Williamson
pass.
was 30 or 30, but in the end he did
But
a
like
few runs
with
off.
too many
Sundar.
matches that it's hard to
It's too many.
separate.
matches. Oh, that swung like a banana, like a boomerang.
But-
28 for
but
now,
actually,
5.2.
in that ODI game which New Zealand won, the first ODI series, the first ODI of the series, where Latham scored a century.
Yeah.
Sundar actually bowled well.
Yeah. I think he was the
only
only one.
gave 40 runs in 10
Yeah.
overs, and he created a lot of chances.
Remember, Shardul was the one who got taken apart, I guess.
Shardul got taken apart in 1 over. Arshdeep got
Yeah.
taken apart as well. Umran took wickets.
So, sticking to a kind of relevant topic,
Hmm.
what do you guys think of New Zealand's chances in the World Cup? I think they are a very good. I mean, on paper they are the number one ODI side in the world, but
Yeah.
as we know, they got whitewashed in Australia on slow wickets. So
Bro,
New Zealand has
looking,
always a slight
just
asterisk.
looking at their World Cup
Asterisk.
record, you can't put past like a semi-final.
Yeah, and look at their.
You must
opening
be like a
partnership.
betting man to say that they're not going to make the last 4.
Yeah, it feels like that. No, it's like the odds of them making a semis is more than them.
2019, 2015, 2011,
You just-
2007,
You just know that they're gonna beat Pakistan or
2003.
they're
Yeah.
gonna beat one of
2003
India or
they didn't make the
Australia and
semis.
then make it to the.
2003 they didn't because India, Kenya, and
It was India, Kenya, Sri Lanka, and Australia.
Sri Lanka. 99 also they didn't make the semis.
7 they made the semis, 11 they made the semis, 15 they made the final.
92 they made the
Is it
semis.
gone?
Top edge, Siraj, another power play wicket. You bet you. And it's a good catch from
And once
Kuldeep.
again, Siraj gets a wicket immediately after sledging the batter.
This is
And
by
the
way,
hometown hero.
This is actually a very good bouncer as well because he had to fetch it from outside the off stump.
No, absolutely. And India get their first breakthrough. Devon Conway, who was looking all right,
He's
16 ball
actually
10.
very important wicket because it makes bowling for Kuldeep and Washington
easier.
a lot easier.
Yeah, for sure. So India enjoying early, I say early 5.3 overs.
Yeah,
And
he was
it was a good catch.
impressed by
This.
the.
I think it was
He
swirling.
didn't expect the bouncer at all. I feel.
It was at the right pace and the line was right as well of the bouncer.
And he's
So
got a
I mean,
wicket.
it's
He's
just
got a
Siraj
wicket.
is putting himself as the number one pick in the ODIs, making him
Man,
the number one pick in
it's
the ODI
insane.
side with every.
And his power play
passing match.
numbers improve as well. Do you think they'll throw the ball to Hardik Pandya now, or do you think it'll be another?
No, I
Who's
think
their number
they'll
three
avoid it
today?
in the
Nichols.
Nichols is slated to
Is
be the
Chapman
number
playing
three.
today?
Chapman's not playing.
Chapman not playing.
Chapman-
So
Do you think Siraj now bowls better against right-handed batsmen than before? Since England's fifth test in ODI, Siraj averaged 17 versus 33 in the economy of 4.3 versus 5.7 against right-hand batsmen. Bowled 86 overs versus 34, focus on outswing helping. I think he has a fantastic outswing though. Just
But
a
he-
natural
he-
outswing.
But he wasn't bowling it in England and in South
I know,
Africa.
which is sad.
But he bowled it to Joe Root in the third ODI
Yeah,
and got him out cheaply.
yeah.
And since then, he started to mix it up quite well. He bowled that outswinger a few times in the Bangladesh ODIs as well.
Yep.
And then I think in one of the tests as well, he got a wicket or two.
But
So-
what do you think? Do you think he bowls better now against right-hand man than before?
Yes, if he, because now he started to
Nip the back
mix up that the ball that leaving the, because earlier what he was doing was that the ball was mostly coming in or at most holding its line, but now it just goes away slightly as well sometimes.
Yeah.
So he's definitely bowling it a lot better.
Dude, he's got his tail up. He's welcomed, of course, Nichols with a bouncer. And he's been India's best bowler, like Anirudh said, in ODIs of late. Siraj ki sledging nahi khatam honi wali kabhi. Yeah. Siraj is just one of those who wears heart on his sleeve types of characters. Henry
Yeah.
Nichols. Good.
He's one
That-
player who you would love to have in your side, but
I like him as New Zealand's
if
test
he
number
was your
5.
opponent, right?
Yeah, for sure. Does he give you Travis Head vibes? No, right?
No.
Travis Head is way
Nichols
better.
He gives me Peter Forrest vibes.
Many people won't even remember Peter Forrest. But he actually scored a lot of runs in that 2012
Yeah,
series.
he scored like 100 of 135 balls, 140 balls. He used to just get the hundreds.
Who, Peter Forrest?
Yeah,
Peter Forrest.
you're talking about Peter George in the morning. No, it's Peter Forrest. Who's the next Peter? Peter Huxtable.
Oh,
Talking about him as well. A lot of Peter mentions
But
today.
I think next, I think they'll continue with Shami bowling till the 10th over.
you won't bring in Hardik?
I might, if I want to bring in, I might bring in Shardul because the ball's
Okay.
still moving a little. I wouldn't want to bring in Hardik
So-
straight away.
So gut
Because in
feeling.
the Sri Lanka series, did he bowl in the power play, Hardik?
In the T20s, yes.
Okay.
Gut feel says that either this over is going for 16 or Allen is getting out or both.
Oh no, I think it's. I think now I don't think Allen will do anything dumb.
Oh no, that's the way he plays. I mean, they're chasing 350. Remember, it's not.
He's gonna leave. He's gonna respect Mohammad Shami for sure. Has
He's been
Siraj
trying
faced
to-
Allen in the nets at RCB? I think they have.
Might have.
He must have faced Sundar also in the nets, to be fair. But
So-
this was a good bouncer, like you
I
said,
think-
Gurkira.
Yeah.
You see his hand also came off.
And normally Conway makes it look easy, right? When he plays pace, like it doesn't like seem like he gets rushed on, but this one was genuine,
I'm happy that Kuldeep latched on to it.
Yeah,
He's
for sure.
not one of the safest fielders.
100%. You know, it's kind of
Most, I think he's safer than Chahal though.
See, Chahal's not the standard.
And Ashwin. And India had to compare with Chahal.
every
Ashwin,
time we
you know,
talk about
Bumrah,
Kuldeep and Chahal, I just like sometimes I'm like, you know, it's a question like
That
we
will
have
hap-
we have 140 crores in terms of population. We can't put our 11 to make a football team. We have 140 crore people, and we can't even have more than 2-3 wrist spinners. Mazak chal raha hai?
But
I mean, after Kuldeep and Chahal, say both of them got injured. Sorry, guys, but if they did, who is the?
Rahul Chahal probably.
there's Chahal.
They call him back to the
there's-
wilderness.
There's Bishnoi.
Chahal Bishnoi.
Bishnoi ko
By
kya hua,
by the way,
bhai?
Bishnoi is not being picked even for
That's
even
just
for Ranji
sad,
Trophy.
bro. Bishnoi
So there's
has.
Bishnoi, Chahar, and then I think that's it. Not even. There's not a decent leggy in
Why
the
do you
auction
guys
only,
think?
no?
Why do you guys think Bishnoi is not even being brought in?
I haven't.
Then after that, you have guys like still Murugan Ashwin, Mayank Markande, who are all the names you'll only talk about during a mini auction.
Yeah.
Rahul Tewatia.
Rahul Tewatia,
See, but
Praveen Dubey.
what people need to realize is that
Kid Akash.
wrist spin is like, I think
a rare skill.
Like express fast bowling, it's very difficult to master. It requires a lot of control.
Who was our spinner since Kumble, dude?
It was
Mishra?
Amit Mishra did play a few test matches, but then India moved.
Sairaj.
No, but
That's not-
no, but wrist spinners in test matches are anyway a rarity.
no, 100%. But I'm
Yeah,
saying even in
test match
ODIs.
again. Do you think like it's just people just prefer to take up finger spin because it's easy and
It's
or
definitely
you can
easy.
always or become an all rounder if you're a finger spinner and just
It's definitely
Back.
easier.
We saw it
because
the other
it's-
day, remember when Shreyas Iyer bowled, he bowled 2 different
even you
balls.
look at the
Shreyas
domestic
Livingston.
scene and there are a lot of finger spinners who bat.
Ooh.
It's
There are no wrist spinners only. Forget wrist spinners who bat.
because see, as a wrist spinner, you have to put more time in your skill just to be able to control where you want to land the ball.
Correct.
I mean, anyone who's listening to this, just try recreating an action of a finger spinner and try recreating the action of a wrist spinner. While you're bowling wrist spin, you are able to put far more shoulders and body into the ball,
Yeah.
and you can control the ball and where you want to land it with your thumb and index finger a lot more. While
Yeah.
bowling wrist spin, you literally have to bowl from your smallest finger and everything, and from behind your hand. Your
Put that.
hand also has to.
Maiden.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely
Your
right.
bowling hand also has to come from
Oh,
behind your head.
No, but I generally think subcontinental
It's not just
cricketers.
it's not subcontinent based.
Guys, do we have another injury
Oh, I hope
ahead
not.
of the
I
BGT?
hope not. But that was a great over,
Shami
though.
is-
Maiden over, 28 for 1. But yeah, it's not. You don't think it's just a subcontinental thing?
No. It, all over the world, you will find very few wrist spinners as compared to finger spinners. You would rarely find a part-time bowler as well who's a wrist spinner as opposed to a finger spinner. Like I said, just the action. Your hand has to come from behind the body
Yeah.
instead of coming from the front of the body. It's far more easier to control the ball from your thumb and the index finger. It's like rotating a doorknob
Correct. Yeah.
as opposed to bowling from the behind of your hand. Wrist spin is a very difficult art to master.
Let's look at the.
But that's why I guess it's so much more dangerous to face, right? Because once you get it right,
hit his,
then it's amazing.
Hit
hit
the
his
meaty
palm.
part.
Is it? Like
Yeah, I
it's-
think it hit that bone. Yeah, it hit that little bone over. That hurts actually. Yeah, Rahul Sharma hota tha legi. Acha bola tha. Yeah. He's the same guy who was got smoking weed, Wayne Pana. Did he do that?
yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I
a
don't know.
speculation, but apparently, yeah.
I mean, come on, not speculation.
When they were with Pune Warriors.
Rahul Sharma. Did he play for India?
Shami
Yes,
is looking
yes.
in real pain, not great signs.
Rahul
At all.
Sharma played T20s.
Which state did he play for?
He Punjab.
Punjab.
So this means that if
Rahul
Shami is
Sharma.
not risked again, then Shazul will have to bowl 10.
Oh my God.
Hardik will have to bowl
8.
7.
Something
7.
like that.
Yeah.
Siraj to
7
continue.
or
And
6.
so the last 14, 15 balls for India have been top.
Yeah.
Essentially, the last 14 balls is not gone for a
There's
single run.
a Finland boundary to the hips. I think that was
Yeah, the
hip
last
glance
scoring
he did.
shot.
So back-to-back maidens,
Yeah.
essentially, and then 2
Yeah.
drop balls.
So
like
that
that.
wicket made it. The
Yeah.
previous over.
India's bowling options today's lads, it's always like 6 bowlers. Nothing more, nothing less. Just 6. Do what you want.
6 is a lot by India.
I mean, who
by
else
Indian standards.
who else can bowl? I mean, technically, Rohit can, Virat
I guess
can.
not there.
Have you seen Sky bowl for India?
This guy is not bowled for India, but he's bowled for.
Like we've
Mumbai.
seen Dinesh Karthik bowl in recent time for India.
It's another dot ball and it's like Nichols.
We saw
says-
Shreyas Iyer do it the other day. Shreyas Livingston is what Akash called him. Did you like Rohit the bowler?
When he was bowling from
For
after
DC.
2013,
Oh,
he,
okay.
he used to do well.
No, I'm saying like 2009 Rohit for Gilchrist behind the
That
stuff.
was the season he took 2 hat-tricks.
So much.
No, he took one. Yuvraj took 2 hat-tricks.
Yuvraj took
He
2.
took 1 hat-trick.
That's the standard of IPL, is it?
Rohit doesn't bowl anymore because he's scared he'll get injured.
I think he had some.
Yeah, he still
shoulder
has,
injuries
yeah,
and
yeah.
shoulder surgeries. So
I mean, he
coming
badly backed
coming
these
to our
days, so-
previous conversation,
Yeah,
bowling wrist spin is difficult. It's tougher. It's far more difficult to control.
yeah.
And
And right now, also like you said, in Test matches, it's a rarity to have like spinners. I think I can only think of Yasir Shah. I mean, I know he doesn't play for Pakistan that regularly anymore. Who else does?
Rehan Ahmed.
Rehan Ahmed's a
Debuted
good
for
shout,
England.
yeah.
But you see, there's Bangladesh who
never have bowled a single ball of leg
who
spin.
never have a leg spinner.
Have they ever had an spinner?
I don't think so. But someone was telling me that
Alok Kapali.
Alok Kapali was majorly a batter.
Yeah, who could just bowl leg spin?
Someone was telling me that they and at one point of time they did introduce a rule that in BPL you had to play one leg spinner, but
one overseas fast bowler.
But
Really?
they said because they wanted leg spinners to come up, but their captains and everyone didn't want that because again leg spin is difficult to control and you need to have most leg spinners are high variance bowlers unless you are a Shane Warne.
So
or
which countries produce the best leg spinners of all time?
I think it's Shane Warne.
Shane Warne. Yeah. Shane Warne, McGill, and no one else cares with Shane Warne. Yeah. And India have got Kumble, Amit Mishra. Who else did we have back in the day?
There was this one guy named Subhash Gupte. But this was
so three maidens on the trot.
But this was quite old.
That's true.
Last 23 balls, 22 balls, no runs, and this is chasing.
Who's South Africa's last leg spinner?
South Africa had this guy. Shamsi is there. He's a wrist spinner.
Shamsi is a wrist spinner, but
I think Paul Adams was also a wrist spinner.
Yeah.
Left arm Chinaman.
They had a guy called Eddie Lee in domestic cricket, but
and Simon Harmer is also a wrist spinner.
No, Simon Harmer is an off. Yeah.
He's proper finger spinner, like a giant Yadav.
I got
types.
Just proper. He's ridiculous that Maharaj is number 1 and Harmer is number 2. The guy has 834 first class wickets.
On flat tracks in Essex.
Everywhere, like not just he's dominating.
Is he a compact player?
He
was and then came out.
Doesn't.
How does that work, dude? Oh, Hardik's into the attack, and obviously understandably so because Shami's gone off. And Hardik, first runs in 3.1 overs. Well done, New Zealand. Well done. Finn Allen, can he kind of translate his T20 intent into ODIs, or do you think he'll be
more had to understand first of all
situational?
Finn Allen is not even a successful T20I player at this point. He's
a flash in the pan.
He still had 2-3 good knocks here and there, but he's never struggled to. He's never impacted games consistently, even in T20s. I know for a player of his ability,
is he like a Jason Roy type?
No, Jason Roy is far more.
He needs to.
No, I'm saying when they first burst on the scene.
It's very difficult to find a comparison. It's like he's like Shahid Afridi.
Really?
No, not even Jason Roy. It's like.
See, sometimes I think what happens with people is people forget that averages aren't irrelevant in T20s.
Catch that? Oh.
Averages aren't irrelevant in T20s. You do. Even from a top order batter who's open, at the very least, you need an average of 27, 28.
Yeah.
Even if you say bat deep at till 8 or 9. And if you're batting only till 6, 7, then I think you need a minimum average of 30.
It's actually a good question. Who are the ultra aggressive T20 openers who have actually played ODI cricket in the last 10 years or so?
Yeah, but isn't every T20...
First, think of the name.
Sorry, say that again.
Who are some ultra-aggressive T20 openers who have actually played ODI cricket in the last 10 years or so? Can you think of...
Butler's one.
Butler has... he came in as a...
Finch?
He's been there for 12, 13 years. No? So
Finch?
Finch is, again...
Warner?
He's not... Warner, yes, but... Yeah, Warner, you can say. Last 10 years, I'm saying, not
AB?
Warner goes. Come on, man. AB is 16 years ago.
Oh,
AB was he had
a
strike rate of 70 in his first 25 30 matches. So you can't really last 5 years and make it easy. Since
last 5 years.
Ultra aggressive T20 player openers who have kind of played ODI cricket. I'm struggling to think of
who just played ODI cricket.
It's hard to think of him. Gurbaz is that one.
Yeah.
Gurbaz again is he has a good tempo on ODIs.
True.
Gurbaz has adjusted well. But Gurbaz is not really ultra aggressive in. Luke Ronchi is probably one, I would say. But he's not an opener. He's not an opener.
Not in the last
Can you Cypher?
Not Cypher.
Not Cypher. Oh, this is Grant Elliott.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
And Cypher's...
he's not an ultra aggressive.
Gary saying Warner.
Cypher's What's Seifert strike rate? I think it's around
I've seen a
130.
130s maybe.
Something there and thereabouts.
Actually,
But guys,
not
it's a
a lot,
very
no?
slow start. 30 for 1. Allen's looked.
it was a good start, and
Yeah.
after that they just.
I don't remember Allen leaving 5 balls ever in his life.
Yeah,
In his
he's
life.
left I think more than.
So there was
Yeah.
this one innings in West Indies last year. He played well.
And
He was
No.
actually
oh
on a
yeah,
tough
yeah,
wicket.
yeah.
Now he is like leaving like Labuschagne, almost like judging it on length and just
Shouldering
leaving it.
arms.
That's,
Last 30 balls, 6 for
that's
1.
one of my favorite Labuschagne leaves, where he leaves it on length and the ball just jumps after it hits the surface and he watches it go by. And almost he's jumping as the ball is also jumping. It's very.
But do you think Labuschagne
Pleasing
will have
to
a
watch.
good series against India?
Let's see. I don't know.
Oops.
Let's see.
If he
Yeah,
doesn't, then
I-
catch that.
surely.
He's lost his patience. Oh, he's got lucky there.
I want to see if Labuschagne carries his luck, because he's actually been quite lucky.
But in a way, the kind of runouts he has had also cancels out his. He had like. I think he's already behind Babar for some most runouts.
No,
of the
everyone's
back
saying he's a
captain.
flat track bully, right?
Not really. I mean, after what he did in England, it's hard to call him a flat track.
Yeah, but those are 4 games.
4 games is 4 games. How many players can you name who have like 550s in England?
So if he fails in India, would you say that okay, fine, he still has a lot to do?
Of course. If he plays in India, I can definitely say that he has a lot to prove.
And this will be his first proper series in India, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This will be.
Last
So
time
he's-
remember
he's
the
done-
I think in
hands
Asia
full.
only, because
But Pakistan he played.
Yeah.
And Sri Lanka he
I
played.
see that test series in Pakistan. I don't think
Did he get 100 in Sri Lanka?
Yeah.
He got 100 against
Bengal, yeah. The second match.
Prabhat Jayasuriya.
Yeah. That's what he's done well
Was he
in.
lucky there?
No, not in that match.
Fair.
but Pakistan series.
But dude, like
they-
Labuschagne
they-
still the
they-
number
they-
one batter, right? Or no?
He is.
In tests.
Yeah, he is.
So then why the fuck do people take him lightly?
Who's taking him lightly?
I mean, some of the guys in the comments remember the first Watchalong when they were heckling Labuschagne, be like, oh
I think
no.
it's Pranav Anand, I guess.
Pranav
I
Anand.
think this time actually Australia have decent batting who can play spin, because there's
Bro, their
Khwaja.
top 7 scares me.
They say like Warner is a bonus now. It
Yeah,
doesn't like
exactly.
great for
Yeah.
them. It doesn't like we
Warner's-
expected anyway. He's
Warner's the obvious weak link, but Khwaja's done well.
finally.
And plus
Analytics-
Travis Head, bro. I saw like the first couple of episodes of that test season 2. It gives me more insight about Travis Head, and bro, he's also playing.
Travis
well.
Head has actually been in very good form.
Very
recent
good
times. And the innings that he played in Gabba.
Yeah.
the
But
first
he's
test.
very susceptible against spin in general.
Yeah,
So-
but like now that I think he's adapted a different game where it's just like, fuck it, I'm going to go for it. Even that South Africa game that we saw, he bagged
Yeah,
them
yeah.
out, dude. He just counter
See, a
attacked his way out.
lot is going to depend upon how Ashwin goes to Head and Khwaja. Because
And Warner, if Warner survives.
If
Siraj.
Warner survives Siraj, I think I think Warner might.
I think the
Yes,
real battle will be
Shami.
Ashwin Smith, bro. Maza aayega.
no,
And Labuschagne
Around
also.
the wicket.
I think the
Yeah.
real battle would be Akshar versus
Smith.
Yeah.
Smith pellega.
And Ashwin Labuschagne.
because
Ashwin Labuschagne.
because see Akshar is not an easy batter to use your feet against.
True. But it's
Ashwin-
Smith.
So, regardless, because the one bowler who troubled Root a lot was Akshar, because Akshar with his height and trajectory is not easy to sweep either.
But that was like those wickets where they were like taking off. Like,
I'm talking.
But we'll
of,
see these-
I'm
those kind of
talking-
wickets
I'm
today
talking
now,
of
no?
the second test in Chennai, where
it was still a very.
it was a
It was still a
difficult
ranked on. I feel like second test also.
but
All those games are ranked on.
No,
Except the
not
first
the
one.
first test.
Except the first.
First one was where?
Chennai.
Oh, yeah.
Just
And the second test, it was a turner, but I wouldn't say it was a ranked turner. It was a turner with bounce.
it was
Which
like
is why-
it was
which
like a
is
wicket
why-
like Gal. More
Yeah.
like,
Which is why someone like Oli Stone bowled quite well on day one
Yeah.
in that test match. So it was a big, and if you applied yourselves, you could score runs like how folks
Yeah,
showed
yeah,
in
yeah.
that first innings as well. So I had no
Even
problems with the
Ashwin
pitch.
showed,
I had no problems with the pitch in the second test. I just thought that with the pink ball, it became a lottery, because if Joe Root's also taking 5 wickets and Ashwin's also taking 5 wickets, then it's a bit of a lottery.
True.
So
But do you think Ashwin, Akshar, and Jadeja will play?
I think all three play.
All three play?
If they are.
if that is just I guess.
If Jadeja's
What might just decide the series? How well Ashwin bats probably. Because
not just Ashwin, but Ashwin, Akshar, and Jadeja.
yeah.
That try. But I think
But there's I think the significant edge Australia will have over other visiting teams is that I don't think any visiting team in the last 5 6 years
Has
or
got a
whatever.
better chance.
No. I don't think none of these visiting teams have had the firepower to
Beat an India team.
still trouble India with pace at home.
Yeah.
You know, if India play the spinners out well, it's done for them. But if Ashwin plays line well, right? Australia still have the option of bringing on Cummins and bowling at his hip again and again. Cameron Green.
This was actually something which Root missed in that Chennai test. I mean, Oli Stone didn't bowl at all in that second innings,
Correct.
and Ashwin eventually got out to Oli Stone, and
Yeah.
Oli Stone was bowling quite well in that test match in the first innings.
Uh,
What I do feel is, coming back to my initial point, I think why Akshar versus Smith will be a good battle is because a lot of batters still don't know when the ball will turn when they are facing Akshar.
Mm.
So
Like England found out.
just that
Natural
angle,
variation.
just that wide angle of Akshar delivering that ball, I think that's going to create a factor. Right? Sometimes you've seen that.
But hasn't Smith
that
played
was
Akshay
just-
numerous times at the Delhi Nets?
They were together one season,
Yeah.
so
Must have learned all the tricks. No, I was joking. 42 for 1, 10 overs gone. Will be a little bit longer here because some good chats. And Pranav Anand, yes, I remember that dismissal.
but you know,
Exactly what
one,
I was
one
talking about.
this is probably since the last PGT is like feels like the most anticipated.
Oh, 100%.
Series.
The last BGT was superb.
The last, I mean, I'm saying 2017.
Yeah,
not,
that
not,
at home.
not the.
I think this might have been the first time that India would have won 3 back-to-back border Gavaskar trophies.
So we have 8 and they have
They
5.
already did it, no?
Huh?
2017
2017,
and
2018.
twice in Australia, right? Yeah.
So the last time a BGT was won by Australia was what, 2014?
2014 in
yeah.
Australia.
Yeah. The Smith scored like
Scenes.
800 something runs, like 790.
Oh, that was the one.
Yeah, Kohli scored some.
We lost how much? 4-0.
2-0.
2-0. Yeah.
Oh, in 2011 we lost 4-0.
2011 we don't want to remember anyway. But coming to that, another factor which is going to play an important part in this series is the quality of the SG balls, because if they start going soft
Yeah.
around the 40th 45th over, then if at that point of time you have one of Smith or Labuschagne batting,
But
Or-
that's
or
the same
head.
thing that can be said about other way around, right? Like how will the Australian bowlers get the best out of it?
no, but at this point
So
of
I-
time,
You're saying they have a slightly better attack.
no, I think for India, Pujara batting till the 40th over is key.
Yeah.
Because that ensures that overs have been bowled, and then
He's
he
not the
can
ball.
he can then ensure that the likes of Kohli and whosoever is going to bat at number 5, Shreyas and the lower order,
Cash in.
they are not facing even Lyon or Agar, say, with a hardish ball,
Yeah.
right? Because if the ball goes soft, then it becomes easier to play.
Correct.
And I think if by the 40th or the 45th over you have one of Labuschagne or Smith batting, then they will make sure that they bat long and score big runs. Because
Mm.
SG ball going soft has been a problem, and it's been a problem which Ashwin and Kohli have been talking about for the last 4-5 years. It's not something recent.
Yeah.
They've been talking about that since 2018.
And it's 2023, and we might just see the same old story with the SG balls. So. But yeah, it's a good point that you bring up. And knowing that Bumrah is not there, and Bumrah should have really
Yeah,
played the
I mean,
series in
you
the
just
first
feel
place.
that if Australia's pace attack might be better suited to bowl on flat wickets.
No, I'm saying
on
in
a very
terms of
flat
reverse
wicket
swing,
and-
but in terms of reverse
If it
swing,
doesn't-
India are better
reverse.
poised that way, right?
If it reverses, then yeah. But
The Stark reverse swing much?
of course, Stark and Cummins and Hazel, all three reversible. Green also actually is a
Reverse
good.
is it?
Yeah, but Stark's not going to play the first
Yeah,
test.
first test. But
So who will play that first test? Just the two pacers.
I think Nagpur, right? Nagpur.
Nagpur
you
and
So
So
expect the
Hazelwood,
ball
Cummins,
to-
line.
Even in Delhi, I think there's scope.
There's
There are
scope for
probably
reverse.
3 seamers, but
I-
in Nagpur, I
think
don't see
he's-
3
I-
seamers.
Who's
I
that
think he's
pacer
going
that
to
they
be
have? Australia?
Scott Boland.
Not Scott Poland, the new guy.
Todd Murphy.
Yeah, Todd Murphy.
Or
Not,
Lance Morris.
yeah, Lance Scott.
He won't play. He's just there for.
What is he the new Sean Tate?
Not really.
I think they'll go with the 2 spinners for sure. That's why they've got Agar. And why it's important to play Agar is because India do struggle against left-arm spin.
I feel if there'll at least be one match in which probably Dharamshala in which they'll go with 3 seamers.
Yeah.
I think
I
because
think that's going to be the
And-
only test match where India will also play
and
with
I
three
also
pacers.
feel this, and I don't know if it will be a good or bad ploy, but I think it will be risk worth taking. That if it's really a rank turner, say Nagpur, they dish out an absolute Bunsen burner, as they call, then you can. I would go with two seamers,
Yeah.
Cummins and whoever, or even just Cummins and
No,
whoever.
bro.
No, wait, I'll say Cummins
Okay.
and whoever. Nathan Lyon as the spinner,
Mhm.
and I won't pick a second spinner. I'll pick an extra batter and use Travis Head as the
Second.
second spinner, because Head can actually do a more than decent job on rank turners, and I think the extra
No, but is
batter will be
Ashton
valuable.
Agar like bang on the second spinner? Like does Swepson come in that conversation?
I think it'll
Todd
be
Murphy
Agar.
come in the conversation?
Maybe I think still Murphy might even have a better chance than
Swepson.
Swepson at this point. I don't think they trust Swepson because of the fears that he might be
Oh, that's
inaccurate.
traveled all the way, by the way.
If you are bowling to Iyer or Rohit, for example, you bowl two balls that beat the outside edge, and their next two is a full toss and a long hop, and it
Yeah.
goes for 10 runs. No point, right? You need to accumulate pressure.
For me, Agar should start primarily because of
Yeah.
how weak are India against left arm spin.
But he's also
Even
very.
someone
He's not a Leach or a
Yeah,
Steve O'Keefe. That's the problem for Australia.
He may not beat the batters in the air. Okay,
Okay,
that is something
Let's
that
keep things tight.
yeah.
Worst
But
case.
if you look at a lot of dismissals that have happened for Indian batters against left arm spinners,
Sure. Oh man,
Who?
he's
Taijul,
it's
killing it.
Keshav Maharaj, who else comes to mind? Embel
Jack Leach.
Jack
A lot of these dismissals have been just down to the misjudgment of the length, just
Yeah.
with the trajectory that comes in.
Yeah.
And Pujara since 2021 is averaging below 30 against left arm spin.
Yeah, that's and
He should
one
face
thing I
Akshay
feel
more
is,
than
right. We've seen Imbulinia, we've seen Taijul, we've seen Jack Leach.
Keshav Maharaj.
Yeah, Maharaj has probably been the worst overseas bowler to India in a long
I
time,
think
especially being a left arm
the
spinner.
time when he played at that point of
When
time.
Mayank and Rohit were killing.
No, I don't think that's true. Do you think that's true? I don't think.
Yeah, he was.
Was he?
But he was.
I don't
he's gone again.
Hardik.
No, but
No, he's taken
I
Hardik for
don't-
20 runs in his
But I
last
don't
4 balls.
understand this. What is Hardik trying to bowl shot at 125?
Bro, was this the over that they just needed to kickstart the whole chase?
So
64
just coming
for
back to the Agar chat, I just feel that he doesn't have he usually does not get the drift that you see a Leach or a Taijul or Imbulinia get. So which is why it might be difficult to beat even someone like a Kohli of the outside.
That is
Like
true.
sometimes
Agar is
even
not
see-
consistent like Akshar. Akshar
Yeah.
probably down the ball.
yeah, that's also that Agar is not.
But like Leach is similar to like a Herat, right? Where it's more metronomical accuracy.
Leach is he has side spin, right? So on wickets that turn square, he'll be very effective. But on wickets that probably don't do a lot, he's probably not as effective. But Lion is because of the overspin with which he bowls. He just
Correct.
needs bounce.
He
That's
just
it.
needs bounce.
That's it. And Murphy is almost identical to Lion, except that he's probably better against left-handers.
Yeah.
He has the ball that goes straight
He
also.
goes straight up.
See,
By the way, that left arm spinner that you were wondering about, the 2010 Pakistan series, Zulfikar Babar.
okay.
Remember him?
Yeah.
Good
So,
old
no,
Zulfikar.
so
And a very high young action.
This comment about Agar not being consistent like Akshar, I don't think in terms of a pitch map consistency anyone can match Akshar. I don't think even Jadeja can,
Okay.
because Akshar is very consistent.
In terms of just accuracy.
I mean, we saw this in Bangladesh as well, where the ball had gotten soft. Akshar was still landing it.
Okay, let me ask you this question. Out of the 3 spinners, and we'll factor in Lion and Agar, so 5 spinners that we might see in the BGT. If you had to throw the new ball to any of these 5 and ask them to exploit it best, who's going to be your best player?
Akshar.
100%. I'll tell you the reasons as well. One,
He's the tallest amongst all of them.
He's the tallest amongst all of them. He can very subtly bowl with a round armish action and bowl
True.
with the straightest action. And third, his pace. I think only Lion can match him for pace. I don't think Ashwin and Jadeja can match him for pace.
Jadeja.
No.
Jadeja also.
Because if Jadeja could have matched Akshar for pace, then Jadeja would have been a far better T20 bowler in recent times. Jadeja also has.
But doesn't Jadeja like to rip it in at times?
Not really.
You don't think so? Or do you think that's just more of a T20 thing that we've seen?
I think Jadeja does try to fire it in sometimes in T20s, but because
That's a defensive mechanism.
because he's not able to nail those lengths all lines at which he wants to fire those in,
True.
he still gets hits for runs.
Fair. And how do you think
So-
Agar will be with the new ball? Will they ever throw the new ball to him?
They did.
Because that's
in the
a
Sydney test they
trend.
did against
Short
Africa,
Finn
like-
Allen, dude. Like he's looking like a completely different batsman, by the way, in the last 4-5 balls.
But again, you're not if
it was he was terrible in that. But again, SCG it was barely like 200 overs had been bowled
Yeah.
because of the how many days they lost due to rain. So hard to judge. But again, problem was he was not even landing the ball consistently. He was being too full, too short, too wide. I mean,
That is
not
true.
something you'd expect. And that's the challenge for Australia if they pick Agar. Like, how much do they trust him? Do they trust him to actually do a job? Because in terms of the ceiling, Agar is probably the lowest in terms of if Swepson gets it right, he'll be unplayable. If Murphy gets it right, he can be another line.
But Agar, all he has to do is just look at the 2017 and try to
but
reincarnate himself. in
Stephen
the
O'Keefe was one of the best bowlers.
Oh, we've got a special
He averaged like
man.
25, 24.
He's saying no, 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 no.
So yeah, Steve O'Keefe averaged like what 26, 27 in first class cricket in
did.
Australia. He was
He did.
elite.
no, but also
Agar averages 40 and his last 3 years averages 63. So
see the risk is if you look at whenever India made these rank turners, they've not really been on the right side of the result
Correct. 2012.
because there is
it's a
20.
decade of
But
cricket.
when was the last time we like? Okay, fine. 2012 comes to mind. 2017. When was the last time we were just outdone by spin?
It's not necessarily that they got outdone by spin and lost the test because
Chennai.
you don't want
With
to
Chennai against Pakistan, certainly.
no you so India lost 5 wickets to Root in that test.
Yeah, which is ridiculous.
Which is something that you wouldn't want
just eat
in Ahmedabad, which is something that you don't want.
Yeah.
Then you
See,
go back
buddy.
to the 2015 series when South Africa were here in Nagpur.
He held up to go 6 for 5.
D Elgar took a 4 for. So you know-
4 for, yeah.
sometimes these rank turners actually allow the opposition to compete better because it leaves no difference in terms of quality
Skill.
Oh,
Yeah.
100%.
between the Indian spinners and the. So you don't want an absolute rank turner as well, especially when you don't have Pant
Yeah, yeah.
and your batting is also susceptible. to
And
spin.
they just need to see what happened in the first test in Bengal. Travis Head was like throwing it outside Austin.
No, but this Indian Test team, how do you think we play spin compared to everyone else right now in the modern league? Are we good?
So-
Are we the best?
I wouldn't say we are the best.
certain
but
players are elite, and I think certain players are below average right now.
Like who is certain players below average?
Right now, Kohli is probably below. Right now, I'm talking current form. Current form only. Kohli.
Yeah, currently
Okay.
I won't.
I can't deny that.
From what I've seen of Shubman Gill, I can't say he's elite as well.
No.
He's struggled against left arm
I
spin as
think-
well so far.
I think in
No, that way, I mean, that whole Indian
I
team
think-
struggled and Tejas Patel we got 10 for against us.
No, mine didn't struggle. And like,
Akshar scored a 15 that game.
Must have, but he still
oh,
got
he's
out.
here.
Even
Oh, he's here.
Shardul.
Shardul's here.
even Gill scored a good 46 while batting first.
Yeah.
So I
What is
See-
his hairstyle, by the way? Is
currently
he
Yeah,
very
Colin
elite?
DeGrando.
Yeah, it's
currently
very
currently you would have to say that in the Indian Test team amongst the batters, Kohli is the worst against spin.
okay.
So that is there. But
And
Rahane
Rohit-
would have taken
Rohit-
the label if he was still batting.
Rohit's actually a very funny one because
But I mean, after what he did against England, you can't say anything, I guess, because those,
recently in the first ODI as well, when he scored that 80, he actually hit left arm spin quite well.
Yeah.
So Rohit has his days where he's playing it very
That's
well.
that. Oh, he's put it down.
Where
And
he's
he's taken a body blow. He's taken a body blow, Shardul.
Randy,
Yeah.
nice question.
Dude, what is his hair? I think it's a wig.
so on some
He's,
day
he's cut bangs, is it?
I think he's.
Bangs in the front, mullet at the back.
It's like a mixture of Zampa and Colin McGrano.
I think on some days Rohit plays spin well. And
Yeah.
on some days when he's just not picking it off the hand, he's not sure whether he
Ball
wants
What about
stopping.
KL in tests? Does he play spin well?
He's not played enough in the subcontinent for us to be making judgments. The last 5 years, I think he's played one test, I guess, the last 4 years. Two
Yeah,
tests
two tests.
in Bangladesh, and he didn't do particularly well.
But he did play spin quite well in 2017.
But
2017.
KL he has a different technique now. He is but so You can't really
100%.
judge.
Sorry, Sanjay Bharati, we've not taken your comment. Many people got angry with Bangladesh defeat in ODI, but defeat reason for change in top order. Happy with that defeat.
Yeah, it's a blessing. That's why I was saying again and again, let's not get agitated. Let's wait for the Sri Lanka series, the squad announcement to see.
Yeah.
And yeah, fair play that they actually learned something and decided to move
By
on
the way,
from
just on the whole T20 international series, which happens in New Zealand after this ODI series, now no Rohit and
in
Virat
New
for that
Zealand.
one. No,
Against
in
New
India.
Zealand.
Against New Zealand, sorry. Have they officially made it true now that Kohli and Rohit are not going to be playing T20 international?
We never know.
I don't think they're going to make it official. They'll keep saying that they are rested or it's workload management and everything.
And
etc.
then they'll be like, oh,
But if you think about it, from the 15 that played the World T20, there is no Rohit, there is no Virat, there is no KL. They have now dropped Harshal Patel as well.
Ashwin DK.
There is no Ashwin, there is no DK, there
Yeah.
is no Shami, there is no Bhuvneshwar. So I think the punts.
Oh, Catsat, he's gone. He's gone. Shabaz Ahmad.
He
And
actually,
The
Shardul-
substitute fielder.
picked it up late.
And Shardul just has a knack of getting wickets with different haircuts.
So,
So a good innings though.
so a lot of players.
Innings in two parts, I
a,
guess.
a lot of players. I hope after this series they move on from Chahal as well,
Yeah.
because I don't think he's bowling well. I don't think there is enough confidence in his skill, and I also feel that with Chahal the issue is that he's
Just extra bounce on the
yeah he's trying to do the same things and expecting different.
Yeah, but bro,
results.
think about it. Like,
But it's
because
not
we just said that we anyway have a lack of these wrist spinners in white ball cricket right now. Chahal will always be there and thereabouts. Right now, Kuldeep's way ahead of him, but I don't think they'll completely get rid of him at all. I mean, if there's a Rahul Chahar coming back in the form, sure, yeah. If there's Tewatia doing great things in domestic and IPL, sure, maybe. Or Murugan
See,
Ashwin.
if you were to ask me at this point of time, rather than playing Chahal, I'd rather play both Akshara and Sundar in T20s. That also gives me batting reinforcement, and I don't think two finger spinners who turn the ball different way can do it any worse than Chahal in recent times.
was good.
Yeah.
And we've just got
Daryl Mitchell. Rotakur is rocking it.
instructions from a producer to wrap the stream up, and I guess might be a right time to fall off the
Yes, let's rejoin and reconvene at the 40th over. So really appreciate all you guys joining us. Keep your comments coming in, and of course download the cricket.com app, because there's some great sort of bits of data that you guys should normally get yourselves into, especially during a game, talking about different things like, I don't know, the
Yeah.
worm chart. What else do you use?
The
Yeah,
next the next watch along I'll again be from a small screen.
Unfortunate. But we're not
from the
done yet.
studio.
We've got to come back at some point in time. I hope this chase from New Zealand goes on, because Darren Mitchell has come out to bat, and there's still Latham, and there's still Glenn Phillips, and there's still Bracewell. So this is going to go deep, I'm guessing. But right now, 13 overs up, 70 for 2, and we'll take your leave. And subscribe and like this video, please. And join us in the 40th over mark. We'll be here sooner if something gets really dramatic, like how we saw the last ODI between Sri Lanka and India. But until then, so goodbye from all three of us, and we'll see you guys soon. Bye, Gary. Cheers, man. And we're back, people. I was going to say we're back, bitches. But we're back, people. And it's good to see you guys once again. And honestly, who saw this coming apart from Anirudh? But it's been a fantastic pursuit of things from New Zealand. 248 for 6, 40.1. They need still a mountain to go. 102 of the last, 59 balls. But they've done something incredible in the last 10, 15 overs.
I mean, this is easily probably the second best knock we've seen in this home stretch, right?
Oh, 100%.
The way Bracewell against the odds.
But I mean, what do you put it down to, Anirudh? Is it just like really swashbuckling batting, or is it poor bowling from India?
I mean,
or combination of both?
Probably a combination of both. Probably India relaxed a bit. Oh, is there enough chance? Not really.
Shami doesn't go for it.
But I mean, this has been a recurring pattern of India, right?
100%. The tail enders just elongated.
Exactly. I think Hardik wrote a preview for the second or third ODI against Sri Lanka, and he pulled out one stat which said that the 7th wicket partnership, I guess, is India's average is around 30 or something.
Yeah.
Now they've considered 117 of 76, and obviously
that's 117 of 12.4 overs.
This is due to some absolutely ridiculous hitting from Bracewell. But what a six that was from Santner.
100%. Let's also get Akash on board, who's just coming out of a batting net
session.
Oh my God, that's a pick of the lot. Oh my God, 96 now needed.
Help but
and bro, Bracewell 95
of 50.
Effort, right? Yeah. I know we were just laughing at Anirudh's joke off camera where he said it's the first time ever a batsman scored 200 but made to look second best in the day. You can't really disagree with him because what Bracewell's doing right now is 50 of 95, guys.
Yeah.
So he probably end up
95 of 50, not 50.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
So 50 of 95 is what you'll expect from
KL.
Oh. Yeah.
No, did he say like brace yourself?
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Oh, okay, guys. We have already seen one guy get to a milestone with a 6. In fact, with 3 consecutive 6s.
Yeah.
Will we see a second?
Good game on the cards, Pranav. Keep your comments coming in. Ask us anything that you want us to ask.
We already had a fantastic game already. I mean, even if Bracewell gets out here or...
But if he hits another 6 right now, will he end up having one of the top 10 ODI 100s fastest?
And you know...
or 51 still like...
No, long
way.
Yeah, but in India maybe.
In India, maybe for a New Zealander.
Could be the fastest ever 100 in India after Kevin O'Brien.
No.
Kohli 52 balls.
53, right?
Yeah, Mohali, yeah.
53,
right? 53 was it? Oh.
So Shami to
shot. That was
Bracewell.
I don't know what kind of shot that was, but
that reminded me of Bumrah at Lords.
Shot.
Remember that Bumrah shot at Lords?
I mean, Bracewell has already played 2 all-time great knocks probably in his career in his first 15 innings.
Both against teams
once against Ireland. Akash, what was the situation again in that match? They were like 90 for 7 or something like that. From there,
90 for 7?
Something like that. I'm not.
And they were chasing 300 plus.
I'm not sure how much.
No, it was 120 for 7 something.
Let's actually check. Yeah. I'll check.
And also tell us Bracewell's ODI numbers because everyone wants to know.
Right now he's averaging close to 45 and striking at
so what I saw after that,
striking around
115, I guess.
So what I saw after the 100 was that all his innings after that he never scored a 50.
Oh,
his highest score was 42 or something.
Yeah, but he's played these cameos.
No. He's had 42 and a 40 and then all like 10s, 20s. Never.
Let's see. So he had a 127 and then he had a 42 not out and a 21 not out to back it up. And then he's had a bunch of low scores.
So what's his highest ODI score? 127.
127 not out of 82 balls. And I'll tell you exactly what the situation was. Ireland scored 300, okay? 300 for 9.
Okay.
And chasing 301. New Zealand were 120 for 5, 153 for 6, 217 for 8 at one point.
Yeah.
And Bracewell kind of single-handedly...
That's madness.
Then,
that's one of the top New Zealand batsmen playing one of the great ODI knocks. But even the worm, I mean, we have this on the app, but like the broadcast are putting it out right now. I don't know if New Zealand can actually make a meal out of this on Chase.
They can't make a... but I was looking at Henry Shipley's batting numbers. It's decent. It looks like he can hit a couple of 6s.
Bro, but honestly,
Jameson because he can bat as well. So
But think about it, like given the fact that it's Shardul Thakur, anyone can like really take him with cleaners. Right?
Not really.
I mean, it's a joke.
One person can disagree.
Okay, now Siraj has 3, Shami has 2.
He got out, right? Or who got out to?
No, it was Finn Allen. Finn Allen got out.
Finn Allen, yeah. So Finn Allen will surely be like, no.
Okay, can Siraj wrap proceedings or will you?
Okay, right now I'm very curious to see what Santner is going to do. Is he merely going to rotate the strike, or because that would be the temptation right now?
Correct.
But the required rate is, I mean,
How
let's
do
be
you play it?
honest.
Okay, how do you play it? Knowing that
I
you
would-
have their skill, would you take it down to the last 5 overs and say we can back ourselves to chase 60?
You're right, but why? I don't know. If you suddenly go into
A
a
shell,
shell
yeah.
or try to rotate, it might backfire. So I just say keep going with the flow.
Um,
The only thing is I don't know how long Bracewell can keep this going.
Yeah.
It's like
But they have nothing to lose,
They
I
have
guess.
nothing to lose.
Yeah,
Nothing
so
to
that's
But
the...
now-
Okay, do you think he's going to go for the glory shot? 96?
wait, I think he's gonna loft it just behind fine leg. I have a feeling.
Behind fine leg or over mid off?
Oh,
Oh.
he went for this thing.
He's going for the
Went
cover
for the-
drive.
Cover drive.
So if you see this
He has a
innings,
charge.
right,
Yeah,
you're talking about Shardul Thakur. He went at a economy rate of 6.7.
yeah.
It is
Washington,
okay,
Washington Sundar 7.1. Hardik Pandya 11.2.
but Hardik bowled 2 overs, right?
Hardik bowled 4 overs.
Oh, he
4 overs,
bowled 4.
45.
Okay,
Yeah.
sorry.
So the thing is, since Shardul is always like,
Scapegoat.
yeah, I think it's easy to say that, oh, he
But-
always
but he
gives
had to
runs.
agree that over. But he's
No, that over is bad. Yeah,
the
genuinely
point
bad.
is he's in the side as a specialist bowler, right? So
Yeah,
and
as
it keeps
a-
happening game after game with
Why?
Shardul for some
Or
reason.
Would you say he's a specialist bowler? Or is
Yeah.
he just shoehorned in because he
He's
can
a
do
bowling.
No,
He's
I
not.
mean, he didn't bat. So this...
I'll tell you what. He's not. His batting is not up to mark that you can consider him an all-rounder.
Oh, for
specialist
sure.
batter also. I mean,
Not all-rounder
no,
also.
that's what.
You can't consider him an all-rounder as well. He's a bowler
Who can
who
bat
can bat. He's more than handy with the bat.
Look at this
Oh.
on the field?
on the field of play. Hardik Pandya is getting. the
So what
catch
I
and
was
massage.
about to say is, this is the point where New Zealand feel that they have something
Oh,
to
wide
lose.
again.
No good bowling.
I think that's fine.
That's fine.
This is the point where New Zealand will start feeling they have something to lose.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
Or till now they have
Mhm.
had nothing to lose, so Bracewell has been going about it fearlessly.
Yeah.
But now with victory is you can see victory from here if you're New Zealand.
Correct? Really? Or is
For
this
the
still a
first time
fast
in this
stretch?
match, honestly, let's be honest, for the first
Yeah.
time in this match, as a New Zealand player, as a New Zealand supporter, you look at the situation and think that if we can play it out for 4-5 more overs like the same way, suddenly victory is within reach.
100%.
And that's when you start feeling the pressure. You might start doing something different.
Uh-oh.
You might attempt a shot which you would not have.
Yep.
You might start, altering your approach. You might
Feel-
start being more cautious.
I feel very bad for captaining Kohli in this thing.
In the fantasy.
But
So-
apart from that, what I
Did you have
had predicted,
Bracewell on your team?
so yeah,
Oh, you have
vice
Bracewell.
captain.
Oh,
But I mean, what
Small league is Shubman Gill. So
what a time.
movie that he says Marco Jansen next all rounder,
Yeah.
body blue raised arms.
Let's.
oh, what happened? They won, right?
Yeah, no, they lost. Oh, they won. Yeah.
Oh, JSK 0 for 1. Well done.
Is that a century? Is it?
No.
Just
No.
he keeps strike though. Oh,
But
sorry,
no,
another ball.
I feel this is personally. I feel this is Santner's time to kind of help Bracewell out
Oh,
and
100%.
hit a couple of boundaries himself.
Yeah, true.
And Santner has played this perfectly till now,
Yeah.
where he has not played
Taken
too many
just
dot balls
enough
at all.
risk.
He's not
Yeah.
played too many dot balls. He's still going at about 105, 106.
Yeah.
Because Shardul.
He's held his fort, one end. He's completely blocked one end, and he's made life difficult for India and served as a perfect foil for Bracewell. So,
Yeah.
but probably time to up it.
But is Santner the
Damn.
best number 8 in the world?
You have to say, I guess.
Yeah.
We were having this discussion the other day.
Yeah, you
Chris
are-
Wokes is number 1
Yeah,
for
yeah.
sure, and probably Santner is second.
Sundar?
Number 8.
Potentially, he could
Yeah,
be
yeah.
someday, but not now. He still has a long way.
Wasn't it Sam Curran number 8? No.
But Sundar is like.
I don't
uh,
think Sam Curran has played enough.
I think so.
ODIs
Yeah.
the last.
Sundar is also Santner more, right? Can't
Yeah.
hit big sixes, but can he play these kind of.
But he showed that in New Zealand it's a different thing, but he showed that he could.
Can't hit big sixes yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably, definitely.
Who's
will
Australia's number 8?
Cummins, but he's very hit and miss.
Yeah.
Literally.
But on his hit day is like probably
Yeah.
the best you can get.
Okay, can
Not-
Shami seal
But
it
he
up?
can't play spin.
Shami has
Still
2.
on his best day. Also.
Siraj has 2, so that's 4 overs out of the 8 remaining, and then the 4 others will probably be bowled by Shardul, I'm
Not
guessing.
like Wokes can.
Hardik's
Wokes can. You can trust
Oh,
Wokes.
Yes,
Hardik's
probably.
been very expensive, by the way.
Yeah, that's what I was telling you.
But by the time these number 8 batters come to bat, right, the spinners are already
Yeah,
bowled
done
on most occasions. But
Kuldeep still
the
has 2
advantage
overs.
New Zealand had was they had 2 left-handers, right?
Yeah.
But the fact that they took down Sundar also very impressive.
Very
Sundar is,
impressive.
yeah. Oh, that's a very good ball. Well done.
Actually, Shami and Siraj have kind of done well in the last 2 overs. Just
Yeah.
keep it.
So as soon as we started the watch along, there's been some
Yeah, there's been a lull.
sense of sanity.
So
restoring.
89 still, I mean,
Good
it's still a
hairstyle, no?
big ask. But
Still a
the
big
way-
ask, but where were they 20 overs ago?
Yeah,
Think
exactly.
of that, you know.
Pranav, I'm going to say still India's game, I think, but they need to do something about not being able to kill the game when they're well on top. Shanaka did that too. And then number of examples. How confused was Thakur?
Actually, thinking about the last game Shardul Thakur played was against New Zealand.
Yeah.
In the first, completed game. In the
Where
first
in New
ODI.
Zealand. Oh,
Yes!
shot six.
Yes!
And that's 100 for Bracewell.
Century!
Well done. Well done,
Man.
Michael Bracewell. One of the
about-
fastest. Some call him Nigel Long, some call him that man from Matrix, but he's
And from
definitely.
Matrix.
You remember that guy from Matrix? 103 of 57. That is an absolute worldie of
Guys,
an
is
innings.
this the best knock of the day so far?
I mean, you can't really argue.
But you can also argue.
You can.
If India lose,
But the fact
it's
that
like
we are
that Faulkner.
But the mere fact that we're debating it tells you how good a knock Bracewell has
Yeah.
just played.
Bro, he's
So
just
what the hell was
It's
that?
exactly like that Faulkner innings. If they
Yeah,
pull it off,
against
India.
in Bangalore, right?
Who-
Bangalore, he scored a century
Oh.
as well.
who does he remind you of? Does he remind you a little bit of a James Franklin?
No.
I mean, man, he's such a clean hitter,
Does he
and
remind
he
you?
plays
Of,
spin really well. I'm like, why did
does he
Sam
remind you
Francis could have taken a gamble on him?
Yeah.
Probably.
of a Nicky boy?
Boy, oh, I have to go.
That is Doug Bracewell.
Back. His cousin.
Yes. Actually, yes.
What Doug Bracewell's his cousin?
Yes. I mean, what are the odds of more than one Bracewell playing for New Zealand?
Nepo kids.
Nepo kids. But guys, it's on here. 268 for 6.
Oh,
Slapped away, but should be a
Just
single
one.
only, I
Just
guess.
one.
But this is all New Zealand need, man. They just need a
Yeah.
6 and a couple of 2s here and there, a single before
100%.
here.
And like you said, Shipley and Tickner's numbers aren't that bad.
Oh, it's
Tickner is terrible.
Oh,
I
then
didn't say Tickner. But who's the other guy?
Shipley and Ferguson.
Shipley and Ferguson.
Ferguson can
Matt Henry.
hold a bat.
No,
Matt
no,
Henry,
not
Matt
Henry.
Henry.
No.
Ferguson can
You said
Everyone can hold a bat.
Ferguson can be like
Yeah.
everyone can hold
he can hold a bat. Yeah.
It's not
Even-
too shabby with the long
Even
handle.
Shub can hold. Oh, sorry.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, sure.
Long handle,
Don't know, bro.
long handle enthusiasts.
Are you the
symbol.
Shreyas Iyer of our office?
Oh, is there a run-out chance? No.
Shop ball problems.
Ah,
No Shardul is there because he bats. There's no doubt about it. Else they would have been playing him down.
Yeah, true.
yeah, I mean, you think about it, right? Would guys like Shami would guys like Bracewell and Santner been able to handle Umran's pace? I highly doubt it.
Yeah.
I think Umran would be a very valuable.
That's why I don't see Shardul as a specialist bowler. Like Umran's a specialist bowler. Siraj
That's
is
an 8,
Shami.
man. When you're a number 8, you have to be able to deliver 10 overs. There's no,
Yeah.
there's
See,
no
if Pat
question.
Cummins says that I'm an all.
Shot.
Oh, that's
Shot.
brilliant.
Oh,
That's
this is
brilliant.
Santner.
But bro, it's shit bowling, honestly. I know
No,
he's
no,
going
no.
for the block hole, but that's a
Low full toss is still a.
tough one to put away.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, this is
Very good
Rohit
shot.
is properly fearing, huh?
So 76 from 7. That's very doable.
Yeah.
That's very, very doable.
Yeah.
So
It's like, we are getting to the stage now where 120 run over completely takes the game away from you.
Yeah.
It's like
Fully.
you're getting to that stage. So
I think they're breaking it over by over. I think they'll be happy to chase anything under 60.
The
Or
60 or
under
5.
55, yeah. From the last 5.
That will be 2.
Because what's the required rate right now? 10.7 something, I'm guessing. Reminds you of Sam Curran Lamar.
oh yeah. So I mean, it's a recurring pattern as what discussed. Sikandar Raza, you remember in the third ODI against Zimbabwe, he scored a century, didn't he?
Shanaka.
Shanaka, like you said, Sam Curran. We are missing
Bracewell,
names.
Sam Curran, yeah.
I'm sure there have been other instances as well. What are the other ODI series? Did West Indies do anything in the tail?
Hayden
That
Ball
ODI
from,
series.
No.
They didn't, right?
I won't be surprised.
They
Did
didn't.
Bangladesh do
Oh,
Mehdi?
Mehdi.
Yeah, Mehdi.
famous
Mehdi, bro, Mehdi.
Yeah.
Look at Rohit. He's like,
Oh my god, where's my biryani?
no, that's Shami.
Oh, that's Shams.
Sorry.
Here comes
Okay,
Siraj.
Siraj, come on, Siraj.
Oh,
That's, I think it's
wide.
fine.
Wide.
That's
A
right.
white signal
That's a
by
wide.
the umpire.
Partnerships is on
144 of 94.
Wow.
How is this counted as a ball? But
But is this a bit concerning given that
Very concerning, bro.
this is probably India's
best bowling attack.
pace attack, at least. I mean Shardul is there. So we can't really.
Wow.
But Rohit explicitly said in the
Look
press
at this.
conference yesterday that
Babaji Cup.
he sees
Yes.
Shardul as a realistic option.
We've seen Hardik
So-
just been getting a few things.
Oh,
Now
But-
Rohit.
But this is the
yes.
thing about Bracewell. I
There's
love.
nobody
I
backing
absolutely
up.
love this Bracewell innings. It's not just hoiking everything towards the onside.
100%.
Yeah,
There
yeah.
was a shot of Kuldeep which he did. He came down the track and he
Through the-
whacked it over extra cover
Yeah, yeah.
Against the
while
spin.
Yeah.
holding the pose, and he had like 1 foot in the air. And it was like so beautiful to watch.
It's like Raina. Kind
He's-
of.
Yeah.
Very nice.
With a not that much of an exaggerated follow through,
Yeah.
but at the same time he pulled off those scoops and he's hit a couple of glorious straight drives.
100%.
It's been
Guys,
an all-round complete.
what I know
So
India
basically
just,
duplo.
I know India's persistent with pace.
Why?
So
But
that's
would you, I don't know, take a gamble and throw the ball to Kuldeep or Sundar?
But he got both of them
Yeah,
got.
yeah.
hit,
I know,
so
but like again, just play.
how
the
many
ego.
overs we have? I think Kuldeep
Just
must
play on
have
the
Kuldeep
ego.
has 2 more.
Hold on.
No, Kuldeep has 2
We need to find a way to remove low order batsmen.
I think-
like, you know, absolutely, Sameer.
But how many-
Absolutely.
It's a gamble. It could
It's
be
a-
a gamble
it's a
because,
big
like I
gamble.
said, you're coming to the stage where 20 run over could be it.
Is a decisive one.
Then
Yeah.
you're 50 or 5. You can even
Washi has 3
But
overs.
whilst
Kuldeep
New
2
Zealand
overs.
want that 20 over, they also might be susceptible to make a mistake. right?
yeah. I agree. I mean, throw the bait.
Yeah, just throw the bait.
Oh,
Oh, unlucky, but Siraj. Well.
Oof.
You can see 4 there. Santner knows he had that little rub, the green goes way. But look, more runs for New Zealand. And now they're 70 away from pulling off an absolute heist in Hyderabad.
Yeah, this has been one of the biggest.
70 of
Heist
39,
ever.
man. Wow. Was Santner part of that 2019
But,
CSK
by the way,
losing team
did
in Hyderabad when they lost to Mumbai?
must be. I
Yeah.
think.
Because 2018.
Since 2018, he's in
Yes,
Chennai.
yeah.
Oh, it's been Chennai.
Hey, the Pakistan decider was also
Yeah.
kind of a haste, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Very
how
good.
Phillips.
Came in.
And that's
Lovely
4 more!
shot. And
4
50 for Sanders.
Well
My
done,
God.
New Zealand. Well done. Honestly, you guys are giving us an absolute game on a Wednesday. And who knows? It could be their win, guys, like by the looks of
I mean,
things.
how did he pick the gap out perfectly?
Honestly, be honest in the comments as well. Who switched their television sets off at 1:31 for 6? Because
Yeah.
honestly, we started playing cricket,
Cricket
in the office.
huh?
And then we had the game on, obviously, because it's our job. But just being
Honestly.
honest. Just being absolutely honest.
And I was literally joking, right? That New Zealand are back in a match, and
And then
Grayson is
suddenly,
like-
yeah.
then
Yeah, you were doing all your
Oh,
basically a kind of your commentary gigs. And I was just thinking to myself, yeah, it's just a flash in the pan, and now it can't be anymore.
Amish was thinking of his friends.
Bro, think about 153
Akash then
in quick time.
stuck writing about Gill. Then now
Oh,
it's the time to write about lower order O's.
no order woes.
Don't care. I'll write
Who,
about
who's
it.
writing the tactical piece
Or what?
Akash.
for this game?
What tactical?
You're
I
right.
mean, analysis.
Analysis.
Oh, so
Yeah,
yeah, analysis.
Yeah.
So what are you going to go with, Gil? Or
Depends
Bracewell?
on the next half an hour.
Yeah, a black cap heist in
Bracewell.
Hyderabad.
Oh, love it. Love it.
Let's out.
Right, last ball of Siraj is over, 242. And
Oh,
he's just
Slapped
keep
away
pressing.
to Bracewell.
So-
Sandner.
So still a decent over for New Zealand, 11 off it.
More than
big over.
Oh,
And given Siraj
yeah,
is your
11 off it. So
and
65.
Siraj has
Biggest
only one
threats.
more. Yeah, Siraj has one more over. So
And Shami has 2 more. Who's going to be bowling the others? That's the important
anyone
question.
who's
I
followed Bracewell and Indian
Mhm.
cricket for long enough would not have switched off their television sets. And true, but again, still 131 for 6 chasing 230, 240, you won't switch it off. But
yeah,
350,
it's
you
still
know,
like
still 220 was needed when these two
and
got
with
together.
100%. Okay, guys, tell me who you guys, if you're Rohit
so
Sharma,
Shami bowls one,
the
Siraj
other
bowls
3
one.
overs, yeah, the other 3 overs.
Oh,
here we go.
The captain bowls himself.
This is the gamble.
This is the gamble.
the captain.
right here.
And Rohit Sharma throws the ball to Hardik Pandya, who was getting lots of massages, by the way, on the field of play.
Yeah, but if he's,
And he was
if he's
getting the-
feeling it, why would you bowl him and risk
Oh,
him?
100%.
I don't know.
But this is going to be a make or break over because
What was
Yeah.
back or what?
no, he has the ability to pick wickets, and,
And
if
he
he
has-
doesn't, that's like 20
He'll
runs in
concede
this
20
over.
runs
Yeah,
also.
it's a very tricky balance.
It is. 100%.
So
I think he's
comes-
gonna cut it.
Hardik.
Oh, starts off with a
gone.
full toss.
Oh,
One bounce.
Oh, that was.
nearly.
I mean, I think he's thankful that he didn't time it well.
yeah.
Oh my god.
It's a good shot if the mid off was up, but given there was a long off to station, still long off station exactly.
But a loose
But it was
one.
a terrible ball. This is like the ball that he bowled to Mahmood Allah, right?
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
16 World Cup.
A loosener to start a second spell. 4 overs, none for 45 so far, Hardik. So he really needs to.
So Bracewell has
Get
been
his
off
A
strike
game
for a
tonight.
while now.
He has
You know?
been.
Yeah.
by his
Or at
standards in
least
this
7 deliveries, I think.
Yeah, so who knows?
Oh,
good
slow ball.
there.
Nice.
Cutter from
Yeah.
Cutter into the deck.
Hardik.
Guys, please like and subscribe if you guys think Gill's knock was good, and if you guys are enjoying what Bracewell's doing.
This is the
right now.
biggest
This is the biggest
BS ever.
BS
And if you
ever.
want India to win, please like. If you want New Zealand to win, please subscribe. And if you want a tie, share. Yeah.
Do both. Yeah, if you want to try, do both. Like and subscribe.
Yeah.
Dude, my nose feels like Usain Bolt right now. It's just
running.
running.
Or it's like
running.
Bracewell running away with the game.
I think it's Gurkira to give me the sniffles.
The sniffles?
Sounds a little wrong.
It's,
It sounds very wrong. Oh, Nitin Menon is Hardik Pandya's friend
One
here.
for the over.
and a couple of dots.
64-33.
And clearly Bracewell has not been at his fluent best in the last 7-8 balls.
Since
Since
the
that
100.
scoop of Shami,
Okay.
I know he hit a 6 in between, but something is not clicking for him. So good signs for India. But the problem is that they are within striking distance now.
Yeah,
Of the
it's
target. Even if
Just 12 of
even
an
the next
over,
3
right?
balls are dots.
100%.
Yeah, it's still 12 of an over.
Even if the next 3 balls are dots. And
Imagine ODI cricket has developed this much that we're saying it's just 12 of an over. It's not a big thing.
oh,
Okay, run out. Oh,
What the hell?
why is Hardik not standing when the
But why
stumps?
didn't Kishan just throw? I mean, you
Because
have-
there's no backup. Why is
That's
Hardik not
exactly.
standing
When
there?
Kishan needs to take the bails off, he does.
it's just
What a guy, dude. What a fucking guy. 287 for 6, 44.4.
Almost.
भाई ये क्या L bowling है? Oh,
Yeah.
boy. You heard the Kudri
Good
Book Society come to the fore. Gary saying, yeah, good kid of Paji guy. He's basically staying in Whitefield, Gary, so
It
he has to leave quite quickly.
Yeah,
But we'll be there to usher you
careful,
all.
careful. If you don't know where Whitefield is, it's in Hyderabad. Oh, sorry.
It's in Bangalore. But yeah, this Bracewell innings took me back to Ashton Turner's innings in Mohali against India.
Mm.
yeah.
Yeah, it's a good comparison.
But Australia were always
Oh.
in a chase, you know.
Short.
Good ball, but really good
runs.
improvisation. He come back for 2.
This is when Shami had to throw the ball.
Yeah, I had to throw the ball this time.
But Australia were always in the game. Hanscom scored a century. Khwaja scored a century also, I guess.
Oh, this was
That match?
terrible fielding.
Yeah, right.
And Ashton Turner scored
This
80.
is the one he was talking about.
But what is it when New Zealand producing like really good low order batters, bro? Like right from the word, like
Vettori.
Vittori, James Franklin, Jacob Odom, Grant Elliott,
That's
Bracewell,
still middle order. Yeah. Santner.
Santner,
Saudi.
Saudi,
Oh, wide.
Jamieson.
Will he give it a wide?
Jameson.
And Trent Bolt is the best number 11 in
Oh,
Yeah,
Test history as well.
yeah. He's just edged 1%.
wow.
And that went for a 6 or 4.
That went for 4.
Yeah.
No, that was Santner. That was
It's been a
Santner.
very good over from Hardik. No boundaries conceded yet.
Yeah. Can he finish well though? Can he finish well?
I think finally Ashton Turner has been having a good BBL season.
Consistent.
That is
After a
true.
while. But poor guy has had a lot of issues with the shoulder and stuff. And
Guys,
after
keep
that-
your comments coming through. The last 5 overs going to be riveting. 290 for 6,
Horrendous.
44.5, 60 required of 31. And New Zealand right now, some would say
So
we're in
he's
the
given at
driver's seat.
least what six runs of the over.
I feel New Zealand need a boundary here.
Yeah,
India need a wicket or anything else except the boundary. And
That's
we get one.
yeah,
good fielding from Shami.
Right. Also, one small plug-in for the cricket.com app because we normally have the win predictor. Guys, you want to guess?
I would say it's like
Critics
It's India 55, then them
45.
45.
close, no cigar.
49 51. 50 50.
No.
Oh,
60-40,
no. It will be close.
53,
47 53.
52-48.
Actually, I don't
Nah.
know.
It's
Guys,
ni-
if
it's
you want, you guys
90,
can
it's
go and check.
90-10.
For India.
What?
90.
How is it close? How is it close but not
I
single?
don't know. Maybe Cricklytics is right. Maybe it's not.
Let's see the.
It's the world's best cricket predicting algorithm.
If India win.
If India win.
Otherwise,
No, otherwise also. You're not being paid to say this.
No, I swear. Look, win percentage India 90%.
Yeah, I know what. I'm just checking what is the prediction.
Also, they were neck to neck after 45 overs as well.
and
291.
this is when Gill went mad.
Went mad, bro. Imagine he didn't go
I
bad. New
think India
Zealand would
still
have won
has a
this in a
positive impact
canter.
on this game.
How?
2%. Accept.
Maybe they're being nice to him after he was out.
How much did he score at the bat?
He scored a
28 or 38 or something. But he got out
Video of
falsely.
the
Oh,
So,
that
Yeah.
dodgy bold, right?
Yeah.
but maybe Cricket is sympathizing that and factoring that in.
Oh, it's runs maybe there.
That's surely not a couple.
58 of 29.
Did
So
Shardul get
exactly
an over?
2 runs above
Is it
12.
Siraj's last over?
12 and over. It is, yeah. His last 5 balls. 2 for 44. Can he finish well? Get a 3 for maybe put India at some more comfort.
This is where he's bowling out this over.
Yeah.
What if they just get a boundary and then
Okay.
they don't take a risk? So it's definitely
But
advantage.
no, they already played out Hardik's over, so you can't afford
No.
to.
I'm saying even if they get one boundary, I don't think it's
See, the thing is, the last
short.
Oh, he said it's straight to the
Oh,
fielder.
but the last 4 overs will be 2 Hardik, 2 Shami, right? So
Yeah.
there's no point playing. I see Shami as probably the weak link here.
Weakling. But bro, they still have to get an over out of someone else.
No,
Why?
Yeah.
Shami has
Siraj
two
the
left,
last
right?
over.
No, he bowled one.
Shami has how many?
Oh
Shami
yeah,
has one
Shami
more.
has. No, Shami has 2.
Okay, Shami has 2 more. And then Hardik has
No, Shami has 1 more.
one more. That's
Yeah,
what I'm saying.
Hardik has 5. So it doesn't
He needs
matter.
someone
Kuldeep.
else to bowl.
Kuldeep or Sundar have 1 over.
Shardul will bowl.
Kuldeep Sundar have overs. Shardul
Well
also has
bowled,
overs.
Siraj. Well
But I think
bowled.
Shardul has to bowl because
I
if
forgot
you're
about
going to keep
Shardul.
him in the team, you have to test. I
Yeah,
would say it's
yeah.
bilateral at the end of the day. It's not like even if India lose, it's still a game.
Yeah, but bro,
It's
winning
terrible,
matters.
but
Winning
if-
matters.
Yeah, true. But what if you take Shardul Thakur and then it's a World Cup quarterfinal and that's the
Yeah, this is
situation?
problem short of the day, right?
Yeah, that was a shot of the day. Do you think that's why they wrote stop giving the ball to Sundar? Because they're like, shit, the way these guys are batting, they'll just finish the
No,
game. off.
because both of them are great against spin. Both of them are great.
But Kuldeep at least should be able to suss them out right
Not
now.
really,
Dude. Dangle the
because-
carrot.
That's what he did. I mean, even if this innings had come before, I feel.
No, I mean,
Ashwin would not
Shanaka-
have-
Oh, what a
Oh,
shot that is.
gone.
Out, bro.
But there is
Gone.
deep mid wicket who's
Dropped.
approaching it and
Oh,
takes
second.
it. It is Surya Kumar Yadav, but what a knock this is, even though it was second fiddle in some ways. 45 ball, 57 from mid Santner. He's done New Zealand, honestly, really well here because he's not just brought them back in the game, but he's literally given
It's
Them a
Shipley's time to shine.
Shipley. Imagine if this innings had come before the IPL auction, yeah?
No, Shanaka played.
No, the Bracewell, no.
Yeah, I know, but didn't Shanaka play?
No. That was after the IPL auction.
Well directed.
That's what even Chanaka's innings should have come before.
No, but last year also.
I like how Surya Kumar Yadav catches balls, by the way. I mean,
Yeah, I know. Got it. Of course, we got it.
that's what she said. Why you guys with that cheeky smile may as well say the joke. May as well say the joke. Gary saying finally, yep. So Siraj, is that his final ball where he's got a wicket?
No, he has 1 more, right?
He has 1 more ball remaining.
1 or 2. This is-
Oh yeah, he has 2
See,
more remaining. So 3 for 45.
He's just like Star Sports. He's
Yeah,
he's
I just-
already called the over
I get ahead of myself at times.
at times.
That's
But
right.
bro, at Hyderabad, they've just got their money's worth this whole match. I've seen a double 100.
Yeah.
Or the only thing they didn't.
No. We don't want to
Kohli.
go there.
It's
Yeah,
Kohli.
exactly. We don't want to go there.
But would
Welcome,
you rather
India,
see a
Siraj.
Kohli 100 or a match like this?
Kohli, I'll do.
This is what you call a fake fan.
What do you mean, man? It's anyway meaningless series. That's why I want to see Kohli back.
But do you agree this Bracewell 100 is better than any 100 Kohli has
No
scored
chance.
in this last?
Bro,
16.
Bracewell hasn't got a
3-4
52
weeks.
ball 100. Virat has.
No.
No, the last three,
Sing.
in the last out of the last 300s he scored.
Bro, Bracewell hasn't got a 166 Virat has. I know what you guys are on, but yeah, okay, fine. Cool, bro.
Who has
Sure.
more domestic trophies?
Bracewell, really?
So Shipley has 3
Virat's not won
50s
anything
and a
domestic.
best
Ranji,
score of 78.
IPL,
So
Vijay Hazare,
IPL definitely not.
Vijay Hazare.
I don't
here
think he's
we
played enough.
go.
Oh,
White
wide.
ball.
Starts off with a wide.
This is what happens when you're bowling to 2 left-handers.
No,
and
I
suddenly
think
there's a
these 2
right-hander.
overs have tilted the
Game in India's
game in
favor.
India's favor big
fully.
time. You know.
Fully.
But still
Last
depends on how they close this out because
So what a bouncer.
Or maybe
Well,
India were just front loading with all their bowlers right now, and then they know like maybe in the last over they lead 20th, and then they can
true.
go
But if they bowl Sundar in the last over
Oh.
and it's just 20,
who
it's
would
still
you back
possible.
then? Who would you back?
No, Sundar 20, I'll back Sundar. 20 is too much, man.
Okay, 18
Not
runs
on-
required last over Kuldeep, and Bracewell's in strike.
Bristol. See, that's
Bowl him,
what a
bowl
ball.
him, what a ball that is! And Mohammad Siraj really stepping up on his home ground and finishing his spell really well. Has he finished his spell now?
No,
one more.
no, not yet.
again.
But
Sorry,
I mean, for
again
all the
doing his
talk
task
about,
force. He can actually get a 5 for now.
so it looks like India will escape with a scare.
will escape.
Unless, I mean, the game is surely out of New Zealand's reach now.
No, you never know. I mean, if a guy's done it from 217 for 8 to get to 300, 294 for 8 to 350 is not that bad.
Oh, the
And-
hometown hero, right?
Yeah, I feel very bad for Shipley.
We will be doing watch-alongs for the women's IPL.
On his ODI debut, he
Will
got
we?
that peach of a delivery from Naseem Shah, tailing Yorker, and here he gets.
Do you think we should? We should ask
Let's see
Shweta
if we
that.
have the bandwidth.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You're
Because
not a
I
big
think
team,
That
guys.
will. Not sure about.
Timings.
We're doing it for the Women's
Maybe
World
collide
Cup,
with, I think.
which starts on Feb 10th, one day after the BGT.
I think it might clash with
No. BGT and Women's World Cup are
Women's
so
IPL.
simultaneously,
coinciding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Feb 10th, BGT
Oh, you
starts
think
on Feb
start
10th.
one
Yeah.
day after the BGT starts?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're doing all the India games. We're going to be having a brand new panel for watch-alongs. We're going to get Shweta on. We're going to get Vaishali on. We're going to get
Basically,
Hardik maybe.
yeah, all these old faces
All these old faces.
are just going to be guests.
Yeah, so
maybe
it's a
at
good time
max.
for all the A's to take a break. And you know what I mean?
Yes.
Okay, so one sec, guys. Pfeiffer coming or no Pfeiffer? It's Lockie
Not ball.
Ferguson.
Not good.
If you're Siraj, are you going in the block hole or are you
Yeah,
going
same
for
ball.
Yeah,
I think,
same
same
or
ball.
are you going to go short?
Same ball.
Not even blocker, just target the stump, bowl it.
But Ferguson won't mind just defending this, right? And not
Yeah.
running.
But he's going to do something stupid, I feel.
Is he?
Yeah.
294 for 8. Siraj,
feel
4
he's
for
gotta
45.
try
His
doing
final
something.
ball. Can Siraj get
Wanna have
5?
Oh,
No, he can't.
comes close, but does not get his hat trick
But
or
a
the fiber.
fantastic over.
But once again,
Twice
Siraj
in 2 innings,
has
Siraj just.
turned another match in
Yeah.
India's favor.
Oh, look at the dance.
Well done, Mohammad Siraj.
Twice in 2 innings, he's come very close to a 5-wicket haul, but he's not got one.
Well done. No, I think he's bowled really well. I mean, not
Siraj
just
is.
in this
is he-
match, but
What's his ODI ranking when it comes to bowling? He must be closer.
he must be top 15 now.
He's been killing it.
He's
Yeah,
been
but
killing
I
it.
don't think. Yeah.
For more than 1 year, he's been killing it.
More than 1 year?
Yeah, since West Indies series last season.
Yeah,
Ah,
yeah.
correct.
Yeah, close to 1
When
year.
was that West Indies series away?
Feb last year.
No, not the one at home.
Oh, that
Away,
was away only.
away was July.
Ah,
July.
July. So even the one at Feb at home, he did well.
Of
Siraj.
course, yeah. He got Shea Hope and
Won't we also play Prasid
Brandon
then?
King.
Yeah, Prasid was also good.
Shardul.
Pandey can bowl at max of 2 more, so Shardul versus Sundar, who will bowl?
Mm.
Sundar.
I don't think they'll be needed. It won't matter unless Bracewell scores like 25 runs.
Bro, I want one crazy over it now. I want Bracewell to go mad.
Mm.
And then Hardik's figures will be like 6 overs, none for 77. That would just be sad in ODI history. Oh, he's gone for 6.
That's
He's
it.
gone for 6. That's honestly
Yeah.
just a swat. It's like you're sitting at home on Sunday swatting for mosquitoes.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Now it's like the situation is same as the Ireland match for Bracewell,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Bro, that's ridiculous. And
He's
who knows,
such a
because
clean hitter, man.
every time Bracewell in this innings has felt that there's a little bit of pressure, he's kind of bided his time. Every time he thinks the game's out of hand, he's just playing his actual game.
You know what Bracewell's like the clean striking, the nature of his striking reminds me of like what Morgan strikes.
Oh, sure.
when
Oh,
he-
100%. And will he come back for 2?
No, I don't think.
Will he even take the single? He's taking the single. He's taking the single for sure.
Still okay, I think 7 runs of 2 balls.
Oh, 100%.
But it doesn't. I mean, it does remind of Morgan when he connects. It's gone.
Yeah.
Morgan's sixes are so good to watch.
Even in the SA20, I think the first game, Pal Royals versus MI Cape Town, he hit a 6. Sam Curran. It's like.
Curran
Oh,
also
good.
very.
So, yeah, what's happening in the SC20,
Pleasing.
lads? I know that Sam Curran is
JSK
defending 1 of
67
3.
for 2 in 5.2 overs.
Oh.
Faf du Plessis 48 of 17.
Oi, Namma RCB. Namma RCB. Oh,
I
man.
wanted to see.
GSK, at least you guys have teams,
Shit.
dude. RCB don't even have another
Shit.
team.
This is what I wanted to say.
This is what.
After playing so many seasons for CSK, somebody claiming him as
17 or 48. Fuck me. What is he batting?
Oh, that was so close to being a boundary for Lockie Ferguson.
That was almost a Joe Root shot.
Well,
Batting
now-
for
traffic.
cricketers.
Now then, I think Brace will be aiming for a couple of more sixes.
He's in the top 3. Siraj, ODI.
I don't
Ed is Stark saying that. Also, terribly apologize to all you guys watching. I've just been an absolute shambles in terms of my sickness. and I'm trying to not give it to these boys.
So, yeah,
They-
They're well immune.
Siraj has gone from
Yeah, Siraj is
16 to
numbered.
3. Yeah, 16 to 3.
Jared Ruffy saying,
Oh, today's Wednesday. Rankings must have got.
thank you, Jared and Aris. Big shout out to both of you all. Subscribe if you guys
15
haven't
January,
already.
3 days back.
And tell us where you're watching this game. Are you driving
But
back
every
home
Wednesday
watching the
there's an
Hotstar?
update, I guess.
Let us know. 48 to 21. Hardik to Bracewell. Good bouncer. Slow bouncer.
Guess who's the number one ODI bowler?
Oh, that's a good question. Subcontinental?
Hazelwood.
Think of number one ODI teams.
Saudi.
No.
Close.
Yeah.
More on ODI.
Pretty close. Pretty
Bold.
close. Yeah.
Still.
Yeah.
Gold still.
Yeah.
When was the last time we played ODI?
7:30.
But you guys already told me, right? ICC rankings aren't reflective of the.
Yeah, it
At
isn't.
time. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
But in
see,
Siraj's case, do you think it's reflective? Do you think he's actually top 3 in the world right now?
Yeah. Yeah.
see Mustafizur is in top 10. for
Who's
ODI
number 2?
rankings. Hazelwood.
So it's Bold, Hazelwood, Siraj.
Siraj, Stark, Rashid Khan,
Hazelwood has
Zampa.
barely played ODI.
Wow.
Oh, wide.
Side ball.
Any other Indians in the top 10?
Should have gone for 6. Huh?
Nope.
Any other Indians in the top 15?
Nope.
20?
20. 20th is Jasprit Bumrah. 21 is
Wow, and he
20.
hasn't played in ODI in a fucking while.
Mark Watt 19.
But Bumrah will be in the 20 because I think his last series he got that 6 for 19.
Yeah.
So all of that will
Kuldeep
be
is 21.
for sure.
And then
But Siraj has a
Chahal is
little
37.
punch. Siraj has a
Shardul is
little
40.
punch. Okay, 47 to 20. Hardik's been very expensive, by the way. None for 16 is 5.4. Bracewell 115. Make
Shot.
that 121
6.
because it's another firework
shot.
from Michael Bracewell. And now it really goes down to anything can happen. 41 and
Morgan
19.
hit.
Yeah. It's like short.
Rohit Sharma's making those expressions like, how long do I stand in the Vadapa line for? Like, dude, come on.
But look at the connection, man.
Oh, not even cleanest.
Bro, but is that Bracewell in his power or his skill or just the brilliance of a Kookaburra bat? A well-seasoned Kookaburra bat?
Maybe.
That's a
Because
ridiculous
Maxwell
one.
also gets.
I know, because every time they say, oh, look, like you hear past players also saying, look at the bats that these
The
guys
56-meter boundary, right?
Yeah,
So,
and he did 59 meters. So it's not like.
Yeah. 309 for 8. Who would have imagined
it's-
New Zealand coming this close? 131 for 6.
If it's MCC, it falls short of the fielder in the deep, no?
Yeah, 100%. Oh, he's done him
Oh, are
again.
they running a by?
The slower shot of the back of
Okay,
the
how much of this over? 15, is it?
2 sixers, no?
2 6s.
Bloody hell, Hardik has gone for 66 overs.
Exactly.
15.
Now looking at things, looking at everything from a different perspective,
Oh my god.
is Shardul better?
No, it's an aberration. It's an
But to be
aberration.
fair, Hardik bowled the over that turned the match in India's favor, like the kind of
Oh, correct.
the start of the
That what he
Turnaround.
conceded in 4, he conceded.
the over that
But then
preceded
Shardul
Siraj.
took Finland wicket.
Okay, so Shami is
First
bowling his
over.
last, guys.
Fairness.
So Shami is gonna bowl this. Then you presume Hardik, and then it has to be the Kuldeep Shardul of Washington.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, Sanjay Bharti Sarvanan has gone on to say, I thought Bumrah and Arshdeep will be main bowlers for India, considering Arshdeep left arm, but way Siraj bowling, you cannot move away from him. Yeah, fully agree.
Yep.
I mean, Siraj already pretty much in that 15-man ODI squad.
I think he's the only.
He is the starting 11.
He's in the starting 11 as
He's the
well.
number
Yeah.
first
First choice.
name
After
in the bowling.
Bumrah.
When it comes
Yeah.
to bowlers, he's the first name in the team sheet.
Oh, for sure. Okay, so how are you guys juggling your bowlers right now? I know they're giving it a Shami. Would you have done the same?
Yeah.
Yeah. Best
Yeah.
bowlers first, I guess.
Okay.
Give it
My
to
approach.
I say give it to Shardul next or
And
last.
then Hardik.
Maybe.
Let's see. I mean, if the match ends in this over,
Oh, okay. Oh, that
Was
was
a
4. New Zealand has got 4.
Fuck.
37 of 17.
from Shami.
ये
is a-
क्या मार?
the bad ball.
No, Akash is spot on. Like, what is Rohit Sharma kind of saying right now? This is now the highest score by a number 7 or lower batter against India and ODI
I
as
think
well.
this is a figure that we'll keep seeing for the next 1-2
Man,
years.
that's quite ridiculous.
I mean, I'm surprised that it isn't higher.
Rohit makes those expressions. We've seen it before, especially in T20 internationals, but we're seeing it again. I think the last time I saw Rohit
look
was
at the
with
field.
Bangladesh, the first
Or
ODI.
is this him talking?
But thanks New Zealand for giving us a. But the mid-off is
Oh.
up now.
He's getting, he's
He can't afford to bowl full now.
MRF genius.
Yeah, that's what.
And not even a grand VK, just a gra.
He has an MRF bat.
MRF.
Sponsored.
Only the
Maybe
finest
someone
in the
else is
game
back.
do so.
Virat Kohli.
Virat, Steve Waugh, Gambhir,
Yeah, I
Lara.
thought
I don't think Steve Ogg is giving him a bat.
Was
but-
the graphic wrong because it showed the mid-off
yeah,
inside the
they
circle,
changed
right?
the field after that. I think.
That's ridiculous.
Oh,
36
crowd
to
is going
16.
crazy. This was Amnish at one point. Like,
Bro, you
Kohli, bye, Kohli.
You know, every time I see 36 of 16 in any cricket match, I think about Bravo taking down MI in that first game of IPL 2018.
Oh, yeah.
What
That's
a
Kedar's
game
also.
that was, bro. But that was my favorite non-RCB game in the IPL.
Yeah.
Was that your favorite game as a CSK fan? No, but that one particular, the fact
I
they
can think of-
returned,
I
they returned and they took it off from
No,
their
no.
As
greatest
someone who
rivals
hates
at
both
their own
CSK and
backyard.
MI, I enjoyed that.
I can think
That
of
game. No, bro, the way Bravo took Mumbai down in their own den, wow. As a
I can think
CSK
of
fan,
one game when CSK scored 205 and there was this
Alvin
other team.
Markle.
There was this other team called
let's
RCB.
not go there.
What
Which
about
one
that?
is that? You're talking about when
Final.
Dhoni beat.
Oh,
Ashwin versus Gale.
Oh,
He
that one.
flanked it
No,
in
that
the-
was okay, bro. That was one side. I'm saying,
But
you
what about the
remember the one
Markle?
that Jadeja was
Yeah,
caught
yeah.
at third man,
Yeah,
and there was a no
RP
ball
Singh.
from RP Singh.
Oh!
And it's
Get
6. It's 6.
What a
Shut
hit,
the
man.
front door, Michael Bracewell. This is honestly a man of the match knock. I know Gill's got 208, but sorry, Gilly. I mean,
Sorry.
this is ridiculous. In terms of
Wow.
impact knocks, this might be the best in ODI history.
Now there.
Oh,
No, but think
one
about
was
Anirudh, 131 for 6, chasing 350. Name a batsman who's
Yeah,
done it
I
before.
know.
Name a batsman who's done it before.
Bristol.
No one. Right now.
Bristol.
Dude, this is mad.
He's done it
He's
before.
got one bounce
Yeah.
for. So 32-15.
Literally, it is him who has done it before.
Done it
So
before.
it's not like
Bracewell has X factor. This is second. This is the second 100 chase in the area. We spoke about it. Against
What a
Ireland.
Look, I mean, it's like that he has such quick hands, man. It's
Quick hands, man.
ridiculous.
Now we're all kind of secretly
You
supporting
know,
New Zealand.
You see players, right? They scoop like this, and he has such great wrists also.
Yeah.
Scoop, right? It's almost
Just-
like he played a full-fledged shot.
For sure.
Not
Vikram
just a
Mohanty
scoop.
saying too many times the lower orders have taken our bowling to the out of the park. Is there something wrong with our planning or execution, or we're underestimating the opponent?
I think
I don't.
execution-
Yeah, I just don't think we're clinical enough to finish
Yeah.
them off.
because
That's why you need Umran. I will still, or
Or
you
a
know, you could
Bumrah.
have bowled more overs of Kuldeep probably. Like nothing to lose, right? In this series, it's a.
Oh,
Oh,
He's running.
Shami.
oh, hey,
Shami
almost.
actually gave him a good shout.
That
there.
have been out.
30 of
Yeah,
13.
he did.
30 of 13. By the way, I
Man,
think
we got a proper nail biter.
proper
30
nail
of
biter.
13.
I think sometimes it's a proverbial case of taking the foot off the gas. Literally. I mean, India had them dead and buried.
Oh,
with
black
31 for
shoes.
six.
Oh, wow.
Bracewell by
Of
far,
course,
Sudash.
Bracewell. Of course, Bracewell.
100%.
Oh, I
But,
think would have been gone.
See, I mean, it's yeah.
Oh, would have been gone.
I think it's recency bias. We are saying Bracewell, but because but also situation wise, 130 for 6, right?
Not just that, I think Mohali had view factor.
And
also.
by the time Khwaja and Hanscom had both scored centuries and set up the match for Turner, right? Bracewell has set the match up for himself.
Bro, it reminds me of even Mehdi because Mehdi just had one wicket to play for.
Bloody
Oh, and
hell.
that's 6 more!
Oh, 6.
That's 6 more!
Oh,
Michael
wow.
Bracewell, what are you doing?
Gil is
And
like,
Shubman Gill can't believe
where
his
is my
eyes.
lags going?
Dude, 1 second. This is the best heist in ODI history.
It's not
24th
happened yet.
Best?
heist.
If
ever.
it happens, yeah.
Yeah, if it happens.
Bro, but like now, come on, 24 of 12.
Yeah.
I know it's still like
Adi can bowl 2 good deliveries and get him out.
okay.
But-
Let's,
So he wants to see 90.
Yeah, I think this surpasses Marcus Stoinis'
how is a win
140.
percentage? It's even
No,
gone
you have
better for India.
you know,
You have to close.
it surpassed.
I
You
did
know, guys,
95.
I have a question, and please answer. Is this better than Sachin's 175
Look
against
at
Australia?
Look at this.
In Hyderabad.
Where was it?
Hyderabad.
Is it
Look at
better?
this.
No.
Well, how no? But why no?
Because
I'm just. What's your reasoning? That's all I'm asking.
because the attack that Bracewell took part is like
What?
What?
shocking.
It's still
Do you
India,
know
right?
that Australian attack had what? Bollinger, Hilfenas?
Klimpake,
So you're saying that Shami then don't.
Brett Lee.
Then people are like, oh, Shami is underrated, blah blah blah. And you can say
And
that.
Gary goes on to say, "Bhai, मैं तो शुरू से कह रहा हूँ, शमी को निकालो, सिराज, उमरान, अर्श,
Yeah,
beat
for
था."
sure. In
But-
hindsight, it's easy to say, but yeah, I get you, Gary. I get you.
Shubman is like, oh my
Yeah,
god. I thought I played the best.
My
innings
10
of the
lakhs
game.
is going.
Forget that. Is he won a man of the match in his?
Oi! Oh, clever,
Because the
clever,
last time he
clever.
scored that
Yes.
116, Virat took the man of the match.
Guys,
This time 208, Bracewell's taking the man of the match.
will we see a man cat?
Oh my god,
Oh,
that's a very
Will
good
we
start.
Sorry,
see
sorry.
a man
No, no.
cat?
Will we see a man?
No,
Come on,
come?
strikers run out.
Yeah.
No, but his grandson said no.
But he is the one who first said, "I
That's
it
his,
feels
that's his
offensive."
son. That's his son. I take the word of the grandson. You take the word of the son.
Oh, that's a bold call from Subhash Chandra Bharata.
Which is,
Shardul will win this for India.
Yeah, that's actually the most
wait,
Shardul
wait,
thing
wait.
of all
Let's
time.
dub what they're talking.
Okay.
Come on,
If
go
I,
Avnish.
if I bring in the fielder, उसको देखो ना, उसको पहले से ही पता है
We'll have
वो ये चाहिए.
puri for breakfast.
Scoop
morning.
चाहिए.
See, two different
Two
things.
different. One on the field, one off it.
इधर क्या करेगा वो कुछ नहीं करेगा ऐसे ही बाउंड्री जाएगा is like
बस तो फिकर
Hardik's
मत.
like-
Shot down. Shot
Hardik's
down.
like bye I'm
Shot
captain
down.
I'm captain.
Okay, so Hardik, what's he gonna go for? His go-to. Oh
What
no!
terrible
Oh no!
Just,
terrible
uh,
delivery.
Was that a
bad
flirt?
ball, bad shot,
Was
bad
that
cricket
flirting
all
with
over.
the waistline?
no it's well down though.
Wow.
It's hit the makers.
133 of 74.
That's what commentators
And
say,
he
no?
was
It
kicking
hit the-
himself. That right there had to go for 6.
22 of 10. Okay, fine. Are we all in consensus that Shardul's ball in the last over? Or do you think there'll be spin?
What was this?
This was a ball before.
It's the ball before. They're anyway scoring runs. Why not bring few fielders in for Ferguson and try keeping on strike? There'll be
Yeah,
run
that's a good
opportunity.
shot.
But again, Ferguson is also capable of hitting boundaries.
True,
Yeah,
but
we just
you
saw
have
him
to
hit a
take
boundary
the
at
risk,
point.
right? You can't give him one single and say like take the single.
Yeah,
and go.
you're right. Actually,
You have to keep like a
Yeah, but
close-
still a free hit then, technically. I mean, not
Do
a
you
free
remember
hit, but
cricket or
a free
7
hit.
fields?
Oh, yeah.
The attacking, aggressive fields. Where
so
there's
where
two
is the
fielders
again?
outside.
Hardik cannot afford to bowl wide outside off,
You
Okay,
can't
so
bowl anything
Ferguson
because you
in
just
strike.
touch and run.
22.
and he bowls wide
Oh,
outside.
surely a
off.
wicket here. Or is it no
No,
man's
no.
land? It's no man's land.
Oh,
No,
it's
it isn't.
gone.
Taken.
So Shubman Gill gets the wicket.
The plot thickens.
Dude, it'll be so sad if Hardik gets another wicket now and Bracewell's stranded at 133 of 74.
And why did Ferguson go for it?
Yeah,
Yeah, just
exactly.
give them the fucking strike.
Yeah, that's what I thought. He'll just hit it and run.
And sorry, we're all posing like New Zealand fans. We just want a thriller. Honestly, we've been in office for
Terrible
8.5 hours
The
watching this
plot
game.
thickens, and now it's time for Blair Tickner.
Tickner.
Blair Tickner. Blair
The
Tickner needs to
Reese
just tick out.
hairstyle.
Needs to tick now.
Oh,
This should have been straightforward win. Absolutely
for
casing.
New Zealand or
He means India, lads. Casing.
So if you are Hardik, what are you going to do now?
Bas
Yorker?
ab out kar do Tickner
Same.
go. For sure.
Yeah,
But Gary,
yeah.
easier said than done.
3 deliveries.
Easier said than
He's
done.
looking at the heaven.
You know, this match is giving me now the 2007 T20 World Cup final vibes now. You know, like how Asif hedged it. RP Singh bowled a full
Yeah.
toss, Asif
Oh
hedged
my
it.
God.
That was crazy.
And then 5 of 3 in the air. Siraj takes it.
So you just
India
replaced it.
win!
India win.
win!
India, the TT champions of the world. I can't believe Ravi Shastri said that in the inaugural tournament. TT champions?
He said that.
Yeah. India are now TT champions of the world. And in every ICC montage, that just remains. He should have said T20, but unfortunate. But dude, who would have thought that it would be a 350 meets 330 contest,
He has a
especially
New
131 to
Balance
6?
bat.
Dude, but this is also warning signs for India in the next remaining 2 ODIs. The
That
fact
they
that,
need to get sponsors.
no, the
Oh,
fact
okay.
that technically these guys have mustered 200 runs with their tail.
Yeah.
Which is
131 for 6, another 331 for 9 technically.
But you're saying
Wait,
as if you
Blake-
never
Blake-
expected.
Oh, Blair Tickner is list taker here. Right?
Oh,
Okay,
list
I thought,
taker, oh.
like, oh, 24 out on ODI. That's all I need right now. It's like,
Okay, so 9 balls. What are we going to see from Tickner?
Single.
A touch and run?
hey, now I agree with you guys. Bring the field up.
Yeah, they have brought the fielder.
Touch and run, touch and run. What is Hardik going to do?
Oh,
It's
what
a
a
single.
shot.
Oh, brilliantly fielded from Virat,
What
but he
run?
can't prevent the single.
Oh, he's the hero.
21 of 8. Okay,
Wow.
now what you going to do for Bracewell? A 6, this ball,
Go for
and
it.
a single.
Go
No,
for
I
it.
think a
What?
single.
Either go for a 6 and a single or 2 sixes.
No, I think he'll
2
go for a
6s.
single.
No, I
Just
won't go
keep
for 2
strike.
6s.
Why?
6 and single. No.
Either 2 and 1 or 1 and 2.
Bro,
I mean,
I would trust. He has a list a high score of 24 now. He can take a single next
True.
over.
But that's what we thought.
And
about
if it's in a
because
slot, for example, Shardul bowls in a slot, then.
So are we assuming it's Shardul?
Yeah, but I don't think they're going to risk Kuldeep now.
They're going to go give it to the most religious man out there, which is the Lord. If New Zealand loses from here, who you give the player of the match to?
Gill only.
Gill
I
only,
think.
yeah.
But like there are other super striker award. Blah, blah,
I think
blah.
Gill number
Siraj.
1, Bracewell and Siraj.
All
3
that-
men in the match.
Ah,
Oh, has he
that's
chipped
one.
it straight to the fielder?
Oh,
No. Okay, now this ball is a free hit technically for Tickner.
No.
Because there's only 1 wicket in
Yeah,
No, true, but like, what are you
Hey,
what
they
are you
didn't
gonna do?
take, is it?
they took a single.
Oh, they didn't.
They didn't.
Oh, he went. I mean,
He went back.
it's a super shot.
Now it's a
We try to go
proper-
over cover, I think.
Okay,
but
now single is 6. What are you going to do?
Single, of course.
It's in a slot, go hit a 6.
No single. Why?
Why? 15 of
Yeah, I have 15 of 6.
20 of 6s. Like,
It's still possible, right?
Shubman Gill or Siraj? From an Indian perspective, definitely those two.
oh, Shubman Gill.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Single,
no-
of course.
Nobody
They-
else scored 50 for India.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which is sad.
The highest score was what? One by fifth, 1/5 of what Gill scored.
So India, I mean, Gill's got 208. Who was the second highest?
Rohit,
Oh,
40, 38.
okay, let's see
40.
what Bracewell's going to do now. Hardik to finish his final over of the game. He's been woeful, 1 for 69. He's pulled it and he'll
And
get the single. So it's 20, like we called it, boys.
Yeah.
20 at the final over.
And he'll take
Now.
it any day of the week.
Now, who you guys throwing the ball to?
See,
Shardul.
I think they will go with Kuldeep
Okay.
or Washington maybe.
Shardul.
But Shardul is going to be easy for.
Shardul. I mean, you have him in the team for what? For
I
this
know,
only.
I know.
And yeah.
Oh, he's here. Beefy, both.
Oh my god. What is he
Look at his
discussing?
hairstyle. I mean,
What is he discussing?
Someone described it as a reverse mullet.
the reverse bullet.
Come on, says Casing. Come on, Casing. Let's end the game. 3:30 for 9. Can't
Casing.
believe New Zealand.
Kissing.
Kissing.
Hey, somebody said it in the
Kissing.
comments, no? Shardul will win it for
I
India.
said it as kissing. He's like kissing.
Kissing,
Wow.
kissing.
Somebody said in the comments, no? Shardul will win it for India.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, this man.
Yes. He's the Subhash Chandra.
Bharta, that he is.
Very
Oh,
interesting over. Let's see.
come
what
on,
the
put me
field
out of
is.
my misery. Want to go home and have some rasam again. What do you mean, guys?
I know.
Rasam for the win.
I know.
Rasam
People have
for
to
the win,
write-
Shardul
people have
for the
to write
win.
analysis. He's like, I don't care about you guys.
Round up
Yeah,
after
exactly.
12 o'clock.
He's like, I don't
Oh
care
my
about you
God.
guys.
Gill was dropped twice and 45 and 63.
That's true, but his
Yeah, it's very
situation.
rare.
What do you mean? He was dropped twice and missed stumping.
No, I think it's.
Well, that was the same.
Okay,
Yeah.
same thing.
Edged and missed something. I'm not sure about second one.
One was very
There
clear.
were many no man land, I mean, but it's all-
No man land.
But
no man's
I mean,
land. But
it has
yeah.
been a chanceless 134. It's very rare, you know, for a lower order batter. that
For
should-
an ODI history, I'm telling you.
So let's see. This is Shardul trying to defend 20 for India.
Okay, come on, Shardul, here we
Don't
go.
give us
Avoid an
spoilers.
embarrassment, really.
20 of 6. Bracewell. 6.
It's a
Oh,
It's
six!
huge. It's huge.
Hammered it.
Bro, what is he bowling? What is he fucking
Yeah.
bowling?
Right arm off spin.
Exactly.
Oh,
The coach is like, क्या bowling कर रहा है यार?
मैं ही कर देता. Off spin करना तो मैं ही कर देता.
And even Virat can't believe it.
And
Ishan
Ishan
Kishan
Kishan
can't
is on
believe it.
his
Ayo
Ayo
6
six
balls
ball.
saying, Greg, dude, like it's gonna go down to the last
I mean, that
ball.
was
What
too
a
easy.
powerful
That
shot.
was too easy
Yeah.
It's
for
very
Bracewell.
easy. Bro, he's playing golf out there.
Exactly, yeah.
He's playing golf out there.
Oh,
Shardul? क्या कर रहे हैं यार Shardul?
Virat Kohli is like,
When Shubman Gill.
Shubman is like, oh,
"10 lag
my
gaya."
man of the match depends
Exactly.
on you.
He's like, 10
Bloody-
lag gaya.
Okay, 14 and 5. I have a feeling Shardul's going to overcompensate now, bowl that wide Yorker and bowl a
Or
wide.
full toss.
Bowl a
But
full
I don't
toss
think
or
full
a
toss will
wide?
be a bad ball.
I
even.
think he's
Full
bowling.
toss or a wide?
I think he's gonna bowl a bouncer.
That's maybe a good shout.
He's gonna bowl a bouncer and it'll be a no ball or a wide. Or...
But bro, Bracewell's just deposited in the stands at the short ball. He can't go
Here
short
we go,
again.
Shardul once
He
again.
goes short again. Well
It's a
called,
wide.
Akash. Well called.
Is it a wide?
Oh,
It's a
the
dot,
umpires are Indian. Remember that?
It's a-
That's-
Oh!
Hey!
Sorry.
It's a
I
wide.
predicted it.
It's a wide.
Hey, again, Misbah Jovinder vibes now.
Hey, where's
Wide,
your,
second ball.
where's your
Six.
other?
Oh.
Amish.
Oh, somewhere
Amish.
around. They'll be here. Is
Somewhere
that what
around.
dropped?
Yeah, I can find it later.
Is that what's dropped?
Avnish.
Yeah.
Again, no, Jovinder, Misbah vibes, no? 6.
Oh,
And a
100%.
wide.
And 5.
First
and
ball,
three.
6 and a wide.
Can't see those people now who are saying Shardul is an
Let's
improved
go,
bowler.
Shardul again.
Shardul. Oh, how's that? Surely. He's
Oh!
given him. He's given
That's gone,
him.
that's gone.
The Lord has definitely
It's
now
one hit.
He's
had
nailing the Yorker.
And
retribution.
Subhash is
Retribution for North
bang on,
Africa.
but New Zealand have any reviews left?
Yes, they
Yeah,
do.
they have. But I think it is gone.
Yeah, that's stone.
They have to review it. They have to review it. But what a ball from Shardul. I mean, out of all the balls that he can
Rohit
go
is
for,
like, यही डालना था पहले.
leg stump, Yorker, and I'm as bad as I feel for Michael Bracewell, and I want this to be not out. It is out, or is it?
Yeah.
It is. It is, bro. That's out.
Gone.
That's plum.
That's plum as they
That's
come.
plum as-
But
yeah.
well done, honestly, Michael Bracewell. You've been an absolute hero. And this innings will be remembered, what, 6, 7, 10, 12 years from now? Because
Yeah.
it's that good, let's be honest, guys. 140 is what he's got.
It reminds me of Marcus Stoinis.
Yeah, exactly. Anticlimactic end.
Is this the best ODI knock which has gone in win?
I would say,
same,
I think it's
Stoinis.
equal. Stoinis, this,
Yeah.
Sachin,
Australia
those
and
three.
New Zealand was
Stoinis also got, what, 146?
46,
Yeah,
146.
6, I guess. Yeah. And he was not out.
How much did Australia lose that
Standard.
by?
3 runs.
Yeah,
Oh,
Hazelwood
that's
was run out
heartbreak.
of the non-strikers end.
That's heartbreak.
That is worse than this.
And Bracewell knows it.
What are they checking? That's what I want to know.
I mean,
Check the novel
Bracewell and Gill are shaking hands, and rightly so, because both of them have just pretty much scored 350 runs together on this track today. 140 and 208. And Bracewell knows it. It's a final nail in the coffin. Well done, New Zealand. Well done, India. Well done, Shardul Thakur. And well done, I think, one of the fans in the comments
Yeah,
as well.
Subhash.
Subhash Chandrabhat, I guess. I hope I called his name right.
Yeah.
He said
What a
Shardul will
game.
win it for us.
And
Rohit
what a
can
call
breathe
from-
a sigh of relief. Chutanko, you want to say Pesa Vasool as well. I'm guessing the same for all those fans out there in Hyderabad Uppal right now.
And see,
Heart attack avert,
it
says
is
Greg.
Shardul. It is Shardul too.
It is.
Yeah.
It is indeed.
Right.
I told you, says Subhash. That's why I told you right now that you called it well. So good on you. And look, our CDC Watchalong community are very smart, knowledgeable. You, Greg, Subhash, Abbas, the names go on.
He just said
Chuchan
you and Subhash.
and Subhash. Maza, I guess, and Chuchan
What
for
a
sure.
knock, very hell. I mean, can't still process what's happened today. Gill double century. Bracewell playing arguably
The best knock.
and even better knock arguably. So
For sure. But guys, it's been super fun to do a watch along with you guys. And
thanks
we'll-
New Zealand for saving the day.
for sure. Good call.
Thanks, Bracewell.
Everywhere in the
Subhash, yeah.
comments, not just Subhash, but Greg as well. And all you guys in the comments who are actively going through and keeping this game much more entertaining from a watch along perspective. So India going 1-0 up, winning by 12 runs. We'll see you, of course, on Saturday, where the action moves to Raipur, I guess. So it'll be another humdinger, I'm guessing. We will be there to bring it for you all. Join us at 1:20, where we'll, of course, talk about the first 10 overs, and then we'll, of course, cover the entirety of the game in bits and pieces. Akash, Anirudh, it's been fun having you guys, and we'll leave it there.
Yeah, let's find the other earphones.
Let's find the other earphones and